We are live! What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. It is April the 24th, 2022. And this is another installment of Around the Point here on YouTube.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And yes, the gang is all here. The gang is all here. What is going on, everybody? You guys know the vibe already. You know who it is. It's me. It's Steve here. We are joined all the way from California, the one, the only Chase Oliver. Chase, what's going on, bro? How you been?
Good. Been chilling.
Been chilling. You good? Any pickups this week, man? Any pickups?
I won something, but no pickups to show off so far.
Okay. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. And, of course, we are joined all the way from the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut, the one, the only Walty. Walty, what's going on, brother?
What's up? I'm glad to be back. Took a little hiatus, if you call
Where'd you
one
go, bro?
hiatus. Went to the opening because Legoland finally opened near here, but it was just a lot of walking.
How?
Huh?
So you basically lived Finn Balor's dream, basically, right? Going to freaking Legoland nuts. You know, Finn Balor does.
He does.
He loves his Legos.
Is there one in Ireland?
So, I don't know, man. Maybe so. And of course, we're joined here by the pride of Detroit, the one, the only Big Mike. Check him out at Detroit Gamer 313. Big Mike, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. I'm still living on the high of Miguel Cabrera's 3,000 hit. Congratulations to him. And always remember, the Yankees suck.
Hey,
man. Fine. They were just trying to win the game. That's all.
You guys suck for that. You suck.
Hey, they're on a roll right now. They just swept.
I'm a Yankee fan too, but I can't condone that. You guys
they just
suck
swept
at least
the Guardians. I gotta get used to saying.
Yeah,
Guardians.
you fans should be ashamed of yourself with that too, throwing all that trash on the field.
I don't
man.
represent that. I don't represent. I was totally against that bullshit. I'm like, come on, man.
And it was on both sides of the field too. That's what made it so bad. It started in left field, and then they threw all the stuff away on right field.
At least
all that money. It was at least $2,000 in money.
$2,000.
$2,000 worth of concessions.
Well, yeah, because there was like food, drinks.
They threw like 10 beers,
6,000
water bottles.
Those aren't really Yankees fans. I think they're like.
No, they all had Yankees jerseys on.
No, I know, but they're not. They don't represent us.
They fans. If you got the jersey on, you a fan, brother. No matter if you bandwagon.
Oh man, well
die hard.
I don't support that nonsense, so I'm hoping that they could.
And I hate Cleveland too. I hate Cleveland, but I can't. That's just terrible.
No, yeah.
That's crazy,
poor
man.
Cleveland. They got 3.
Yeah, poor Cleveland. But oh well, they'll get through it.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, so much to get into this week. So much to get into with the world of wrestling. When you think about it, though, you know, let's just get this out of the way. The big story of the week. And again, guys, if you are new to the channel, please, guys, hit that subscribe button down below. Right, it'll so be appreciated. You can check out Around the Point on all the major podcasting platforms such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We do have a Discord server as well. Check us out on Discord as well. And if you want to leave a donation, so be appreciated on our super chat over on Streamlabs. All right. That's all the stuff you can check us out at and all that fun stuff. But the big major news of the week. You guys saw the beginning of the show. You guys seen the thumbnail of the show made by the one, the only Chase Oliver, if you will. That darn Yugi Khan. That darn Yugi Khan, Yugi Kanemoto, whatever you want to call him, has activated the spell card of the Forbidden Door. I still can't get over that thumbnail. It's so hilarious, bro. It's so hilarious. Again, when I thought of Forbidden Door and all that stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh came to mind. I don't know about any of you.
Because forbidden, that word forbidden.
Yeah, like something that
cards
Yu-Gi
that
would
have
say.
doors. Yeah.
Like
Wasn't it a Yu-Gi-Oh game called Forbidden
Exodia, the
something?
forbidden one. That
Exactly.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Exactly. Or it could have been a trap card as well. I summon the trap. I activate the trap card, the Forbidden Door. I don't.
It could have been a trap card, actually.
As well. You know what I
This
mean?
whole thing is a trap.
Shit. You said it. I didn't say it, man. I didn't say it. So
Trap.
this past Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, the whole build around the show had nothing to do with Jungle Boy and Kyle O'Reilly, nothing to do with whatever else happened on that show, if you will. All it really built around was Tony Khan's major announcement. This major announcement, right? And people were wondering, gee, what could it be? Right? And let's be real about it. Tony Khan's announcements, I feel like he's gone through so many of them already that it's like, bro.
The bi-weekly thing.
The bi-weekly thing now. It's like, oh, shit. I got to come up with a major announcement. Yeah, right? People were wondering, hey, is there a network deal for Ring of Honor? Is it possible that AEW is going to be on HBO Max, with their pay-per-views? And the news came out. Like, he literally showed up, right? Coked out of his mind, if you will, right? He shows up, not as coked that's right here, but oh my God. He shows up. He brings out the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Takami Obari. If I butchered the name, I apologize. He brings him out. Like New Japan, like, oh my God. And mind you, he said that this announcement would make hardcore fans happy. So you already know this was catered to the hardcore wrestling fan. He brings out the president
in that company.
So he brings out the president of New Japan, right? And then, and next thing you know, Adam Cole shows up on the big screen. Adam Cole, baby, right? And he literally makes the announcement that on June 26th at the United Center, it's going to be AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling presenting the Forbidden Door on pay-per-view. June 26th, AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, we can all agree here, when AEW first formed, everyone was wondering, gee, when is that New Japan AEW show going to happen, right? Because it was going to happen. You knew for a long time, this was a long time coming. Over the year, throughout the time of AEW being around, they had some people show up from New Japan. You've had the likes of a Rocky Romero. You've had Yuji Nagata. Satoshi Kojima wrestled a match at All Out against Jon Moxley. They even had Tomohiro Ishii had some couple of run-ins on Dynamite, and hell, even on Rampage, he wrestled Adam Cole in a Owen Hart qualifier. And of course, Murder Grandpa himself, Minoru Suzuki, wrestle on AEW. So you already knew, like, okay, they're doing it. Hell, they even had Tanahashi, congratulate Jericho on his wrestling anniversary a couple years ago on AEW. So you've always heard from people, oh my God, they're doing it. They're teasing it. And now it's here.
Well, it probably should have started earlier, but pandemic stuff.
Yeah, the pandemic, but even that, it's finally here. Mm-hmm. They're doing it. June 26th, United Center in Chicago. Now, it's crazy for me because it just so happens to fall on my birthday weekend. Mm-hmm. And also the fact that my brother lives in Chicago. Now, I did say this. I did tell the story on True Heel. He literally last night I was on their watch along for Impact Wrestling's Rebellion and GCW from last night, and I did tell the story. Hey, my brother wants to meet my mother's fiance. In Chicago. Wants to fly us all out, but apparently he has issues flying, what have you. So I'm still thinking about going to the show. Like at first, I didn't want to go. At first, I didn't want to go to Chicago, bro. Whatever. Like this is between the three. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to do with this shit. You know what I mean? I'll let him deal with him. You know what I mean? But then I'm watching Dynamite, and this announcement came. I'm like, fuck, yo. Now you're making me want to go.
Yeah, I mean, you should.
I should. I mean, here's the thing. I'm thinking about it. Tickets go on sale May 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern time here in the East Coast. I think it's 10 p.m. Central time. Chase, I think that's 8 a.m. your time, right? 8 in the morning?
Yep. 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning. Now, with this happening, people are wondering, okay, Chicago's getting the show, but they can't get all out either. I'm sorry, you just can't get all out.
They get everything, bro.
And I don't want to jump into this real quick. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Chase, I'll start with you. Your thoughts when the news came out, and you let it breathe out now for a couple of days. Your thoughts on AEW, New Japan doing a show, and I guess that fun stuff.
It was predictable that they were going to do a show with New Japan. I'm personally not super duper pumped about it, just because of the fact that I've seen a lot of these talents take on a lot of these New Japan wrestlers, but it's cool for the company. They're able to extend the olive branch. I view it as more as, hey, New Japan's trying to get their footing back in America's soil, just because now that everything seems to open up, they're able to get work visas for some of their top stars. Let's try to get our impact and our name embedded in American soil. And right now, AEW is the company to work with. Like, I'm pretty sure New Japan would probably like to work with any company that will help them, build their U.S. presence. I mean, they made the IWGP North American Heavyweight Championship for a reason, or the United States Heavyweight Championship for a reason, because that belt was going to be the belt that was going to be on U.S. soil. They were going to try to, expand to the United States. They have their New Japan Strong Show, which is being taped in the United States. I really do feel like New Japan was just trying to find a partner, whether it was WWE, whether it was Impact, whether it was AEW, that was saying, hey, let's do a super show of some sorts. AEW and New Japan worked out a deal, I guess, during the pandemic, and all off to the races. It's cool. I think it's good for New Japan. It's good for AEW building forward. How will this event be remembered? That's really the ultimate question going into it. I mean, sure, we can talk about it. We can be like, oh yeah, it's just awesome that it's happening. It's like, that's cool, but it's going to be like All In, where it like changes the landscape of professional wrestling, because All In pretty much breeded up AEW. I don't see the Forbidden Door doing that type of thing. Like, I don't see it where it's like going to change the landscape of professional wrestling. It just seems like it's a fun dream match type of card, and it's one of those things where it's like, hey, we're gonna have to see whose politics are better. Is it New Japan politics or AEW politics? Because those boys got to put each other over. But I'm being that honest. If it's like if it's like Pro Wrestling Noah versus New Japan, you can miss me with all those tag matches. Like all those tag matches, I do not care if these boys just go into the ring and touch each other for like 5 minutes. Like, no, I want some one-on-one action between the two top stars. Who's AEW's best, who's New Japan best, one-on-one. Like, I'm not saying no tag team matches, but if there are tag team matches, it features tag team wrestlers. I don't need to see no Hangman Page and CM Punk team up to face Okada and Naito. I'll stop. I'll just be like, no, this is so stupid. Why are we watching this? That's just my point on that.
Yeah, Mike. Any quick thoughts? Hey, Big Mike. Any thunderstorms in your area? Like there's here in.
It's actually raining right now, which is ridiculous.
Hopefully
it was a nice day today. It was 80s, sunny. All of a sudden, boom.
Big Mike. What about you, bro? What's your thoughts overall? I don't know if you watched Dynamite or not. I know you've been busy this week, but I'm sure you heard the news. I know the plug's also been filling you in as well. Stuff from that site.
I mean, he let me know before it got pretty much everywhere. It was a couple places, but he let me know before it got like super hot. When I first thought about it, I was like, cool. And then we started, going on about what matches we want to see, and that went away with that. You know, some matches that I think we all would like to see. It's a good pairing for what audiences they want to, you know, at least cater to. You know, New Japan wants a U.S. audience. I'm pretty sure AEW wants to get as much audience as they can. So it works out for the both. And if it's going to help further professional wrestling and have more eyes on it, great. Like Chase said, if it's a bunch of tag team matches that they're gonna put together and not further anything or not even get us at least excited, then you might as well put it in the garbage pile.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Walty, what about you? Now, Walter, you got to remember, you and I, before I let you explain, your thoughts on stuff, remember, you and I went to Ring of Honor, New Japan, G1 Supercard back WrestleMania week a couple years ago. And it really, it was more of a super show. It wasn't really like a Ring of Honor versus New Japan show. Hell, we even went to World of the World back in 2014. And, we thought that was a big deal. For me, I hope this blows it out of the water. Walter, what about you? Again, overall, your thoughts when the news broke out and all that stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. We've been to basically kind of like a super show. I mean, it's not like to the standard of AEW because AEW is now bigger, bigger platform and all that. But yeah, I think this is obviously the rumors were this going to cater to the hardcore fans, and that's true. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because at the end of the day, hopefully this is actually a legit pay-per-view card and not like some, like Chase said, random tag matches left and right. I mean, we don't need all that. Not for the Forbidden Door. So honestly, this card right here, this show hopefully I think it's gonna have a good card, and this show, I believe it better be good. That's all I'm saying, because if this is a dud, then they're not going to do one again.
Yeah, I think as well as, again, it's finally happening. A lot of people thought over the years that AEW had some type of resentment over, AEW, especially you guys remember, like, I think Chase, you and I said this a couple of years ago when AEW first started. If you guys ever watched the episode of Being the Elite, at the time, this was like literally going into 2019. There was that scene where you had Cody, the Bucks, Hangman. I think it was also Hangman, who were there. I don't recall Kenny was in that scene or not. I don't remember. And they're outside the Tokyo Dome. And they had this whole countdown, right? And they showed on their phone the AEW logo. So a lot of folks wondered for years, and again, that was just a speculation, but now here we are. And just like all you guys, I hope it's literally AEW versus New Japan. I know a lot of people have been doing their fantasy bookings. For me, if we're being honest here, a match I want to see, CM Punk versus Okada. What do you think about that one? What do you think?
I agree. Okada needs to have a singles match. He can't be having no tag match with anyone.
Some folks will even throw Bryan Danielson versus Okada, which but not now.
I feel like this show, it depends on where Punk's at. Is Punk's world champion? Sure, you go for it. If not, maybe you do All Out where it's Punk versus Okada, because I heard Okada's wife's birthday's that weekend, so he might be celebrating his wife's birthday. He probably be like, wrestling? Nah, I gotta celebrate my wife's birthday. Heyman Page versus Tanahashi would be good. The two aces going at it. Heyman and Naito would also be pretty good. I want Danielson versus Shingo, honestly. That's the only match if you give me Danielson. I know people have been booking Shingo with everyone, but how are we not booking him with Bryan Danielson, man?
Shingo versus Darby Allin.
Yeah, no, who wants to see that, dude? Shingo was like a top guy at 1 minute. Like, Darby Allin could go wrestle Evil or something like that. He can go wrestle Evil.
The great Sonata,
Sonata might not be there. People have been looking at it. They forget that his eye, he has like an orbital injury. Who knows when he's going to be back?
He had to forfeit the IWGP US title. Or if not, you
I
could
feel like
do
Tanahashi and Moxley might happen too, but I heard that's happening at like one of their shows, which is
DC,
kind of weird.
in DC.
Oh, New Japan
Um,
show.
yeah, New Japan show. I think the obvious
Yeah.
one, Toriano versus Orange Cassidy. That's another one you could do for comedic purposes, if you will.
That's on the buy-in.
That's
Yeah.
that's probably on the buy-in. Yeah, absolutely. I would throw out there because why not at this point in juncture? If it's not Brian versus Shingo, dare I say Brian versus Zack Sabre Jr.?
Yeah.
I don't.
You
You
know?
think Brian would want to face him? I mean,
he likes him, but that's not a match for
Yeah.
like. Here's the thing, Zack Sabre Jr. You can give him like Daniel Garcia or Wheeler Yuta or something like that. You're like,
That's
I was
like,
I was getting ready to say
that's
that too.
carbon copy right there.
Brian Danielson is like, hey, I gotta face one of the top guys in New Japan, where it's Naito, whether it's Shingo, where it's Tana. He has to face one of those guys. Like, like Okada should be champ versus champ. Like they need to put their egos aside. They need to realize which champion. Like, because to me personally, like if you're AEW, you need someone like Okada that could actually get a win and would actually be like someone that you can use as a pay-per-view match for one of your own pay-per-views. And then let's just say if like Tony Khan doesn't really have a challenger to challenge his world champion, it's like, well, Okada did just beat the champion at Forbidden Door, and then you can just do a quick feud like that. And then Okada takes his loss there. That's what I would do at least. But yeah, I feel like Okada has to face their champion. Like I don't want them to do what the ROH show did, where it's like there's ROH matches and then there's New Japan matches. Like
yeah, I don't bet.
we saw how horrible that was. The Ring of
Garden
Honor
show.
stuff. Yeah, the
Yes,
Ring of
I
Honor
was
stuff
there.
was terrible, and the New
Yes.
Japan stuff was great.
Well, to be fair, Chase, the latter match, Matt
I don't
Taven
even
won.
remember.
And this is when Rhodes and the
Matt
Bucks
Taven-
left ROH.
And I know a lot of you are probably saying Matt Taven, and I know. Well,
Matt Taven,
sadly for you guys, I don't have the I don't have the clip, so screw it. Let's move on here from
He's
that
a jobber in
portion.
Impact now.
Well, yeah, I don't know more. It's funny they're doing Forbidden Door, but yet Impact Wrestling got left out of this shit, right? It's like, damn. Well, to be fair,
They ended in sour grapes, I think.
Well, to be fair, some of those Impact guys may end up appearing on this show.
You think so?
Because remember, at the end of that, when Adam Cole made his announcement, out came, Jay White, the Switchblade, King Switch, if you will. He showed up and he talked about how, be Bullet Club and the Undisputed Elite. That's the name they're going by now, apparently. Which
The Undisputed who?
The Undisputed Elite. That's the name they're going as now.
Like Adam Cole and all of them. That's what they.
So if you combine Adam Cole, Red Dragon, and the Young Bucks, their name is the Undisputed Elite.
Ugh. It could have been. They wanted to keep UE. I understand that.
Yeah. Technically,
but don't
they can.
be so simple. Don't be so simple.
I think it's a swerve, though. I think it's a giant ruse.
Eventually, it is. I think
heel
they're
turn.
all gonna. Yeah,
heel turns.
Heel turn.
I
they
saw
are
that
heels.
immediately.
But I agree. It needs to be the best versus the best. And I look forward to seeing how they build this up. Again, I'm going to jump on tickets when they go on sale because my tax return should be coming in a couple of days as well.
I got mine already.
So, I'm going to say we should all make the trip, but yeah.
No, I got my tax return, but I'm broke.
I'm fucked.
I owed the city this year.
Man, I almost did, bro. I almost did. But, again, I asked you guys in the chat, what's your fantasy match card, if you will? And we'll read it here in the chat. We'll read it here. But speaking of comments and all that, let's read some of the comment that you guys are chiming in here. Because, again, you guys are awesome as always. We got to hear from Brandon Brown. We got here Cleveland hates Detroit too with a laughing emoji.
Hate you too, bro.
What happened? What happened? What happened there? With the what are we on about here?
It's
I don't know.
called Google. You can Google Cleveland and Detroit history, bro. And
Oh
sports.
well, yeah. I thought there was a game or something. I'm sorry. God.
No, Cleveland and Detroit hate each other,
I
bro.
thought it was like Real Madrid, Barcelona. You know what I mean?
No.
What's up?
enough.
What's up, France? What's up, France? The world.
No, it's like
Uh,
Yankees Red Sox light.
Is it like Bayern Munich? And, is it like Bayern Munich and
Dortmund
and Borussia
Same
Dortmund?
thing.
I know they had a game last night, and it was like yesterday. Like, ugh. What's up, guy from Eric Clark? Happy Sunday from Chief. Jason writes here. Hey, I'm just glad we have football back with the USFL, but
What?
we
with
can
their 5
fuck the
fans.
Michigan.
Dude, they have like the drone cam when they're kicking. I'd be so annoyed. I would kick the drone, to be honest. I'd be like,
I
what
look
is
forward
it?
when the game comes out. EA, USFL, or Konami.
USFL.
I don't know.
Who's
Dude,
even
I
playing
can't, I
that
can't
league?
deal. I can't.
I don't
Can't
think
do the
it's the
Michigan.
United Center anymore. Like, yeah, listen, I find those commercials funny when I'm watching SmackDown, like these commercials. The New Jersey Cardinals. I'm like, yeah, they can keep that.
No, they're called
No.
the Generals.
No one asked for this team. No one asked.
New Jersey
Okay, as someone from Jersey, no one asked. Okay,
Where's the Connecticut team? I would
I
have
have
been
no
watching
clue.
if there was one.
You gotta
Meltzer
wait
has
till the
stated,
XFL come back.
Michael Smith, aka Michael Corbin, Chicago has stated the AEW may burn out the Chicago market because of how often they run there, and they're right. And he's
Yeah.
right.
That's their number one
Shit,
place.
they get
right
everything.
there. Chicago.
You guys
It's-
think?
It's one of those things that depends on how much the fans want it, and like it depends on this show, to be honest. Because like if I'm a Chicagoan, I would go to Forbidden Door for sure. But if you told me All Out was coming, and especially it's at that one arena they always run that's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, I would be like, oh hell no, I ain't going to that show. Like I just went to do Night Center. You want me to downgrade now? Like
Yeah, that's the thing about it. If you're gonna do this show in Chicago, literally the city of Chicago.
But let's not forget though that they did do CM Punk's return in Chicago, and like literally like 3 weeks later they were in Chicago for All Out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And then they went to Chicago again to do what MJF and something, right?
If you come to Chicago to the United Center, it's mandatory you take a picture in front of the Michael Jordan statue.
Screw
Brother-
Michael Jordan.
Brother, I'm wearing my. If I end up going, I'm going to my playoff 12s. And I'm
Screw
trying to
Michael
find.
Jordan.
All right. As that time, take it easy, okay?
you still buy Jordans. That's all that.
I do. He makes
that's
it
all
still
good,
buy
that-
you.
but I don't
that's
like
all that. You still buy them, no matter. You can't say screw him. And you say screw Michael Jordan, give up your Jordans then.
That's
I'll
the
take
most
them.
hypocritical
I
thing a lot
think
of
I almost
Detroiters
fit.
have. We don't like Michael Jordan, but we wear Jordans all day.
Mike, I'm surprised you don't. I'm surprised you don't got the Piston 6. I'm surprised, yo.
I want them to re-retro them.
I had them.
I do.
I had them in 2010. I had a pair.
Steven, I think you need to like really go on StockX and search these shoes that you feel like are so affordable because they're now stupid expensive.
I know. Like speaking
Like
of
the
which,
Piston 6 is like at least $700.
Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Facts.
speaking of fact, the big wrestling market is still getting the big AEW shows. Well, Arthur Ashe was a stadium. You know what I mean? People are saying, "Oh, so will New York get Arthur Ashe? Will All Out be Arthur Ashe?" I think people forget that the U.S. Open is around that time. Steven, I love it like a brother, but fuck you, New York gets everything. Why can't Chicago get everything for a bit?
Man, dude, AEW coming here
Wait,
to
what
Cali.
does
We just
New
getting a
York get?
Dynamite and a Rampage. We
New
didn't
York
get
hasn't
everything.
got anything since
Detroit's
the
only
Arthur
getting the
Ashe.
Dynamite.
I think,
Rampage.
I think he's trolling. He's joking here.
Yeah, he's
I'm not
definitely
big on AEW, but still, NY gets all the good stuff all the time.
not from
my boy Blue, what's
AEW.
up, y'all?
Besides that
Chief,
that stadium show.
you guys think they'll sell at the United Center? I think they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because people need to realize, like, what's going to happen is people are going to buy a lot of tickets. Some people are going to buy tickets for resale. The company is going to have some tickets on the side to also sell for themselves and for comp tickets. So yeah, it's going to sell out. Like that's why I tell people for wrestling events, wait until like the week of, or wait until you know before, because like then you can buy the theme for such a low price because someone's just trying to get rid of their tickets.
What about Kenta versus Punk? That should battle of GTS. But honestly, that I say for episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, that's not a
that's a Dynamite type match.
Or a live Rampage. A live Rampage.
Yeah, because honestly, you're gonna try to sell me on Punk versus Kenta. Like, I mean, yeah, if this was 2005, but this is 2022, man. Like, I ain't gonna that ain't no main event for me, man. Like, I'm
you know what?
sorry.
They could do it in Ring of Honor, where it kind of could have started.
I would never put Bryan Danielson versus Okada. He would get destroyed. But the people
Bryan
will love it
Danielson?
though.
Nah,
Zack Sabre Jr. sucks and it's embarrassing to the industry. Come on,
no.
bro.
It's
I
not,
don't know
he
about
doesn't suck.
Dang,
but
he
he's
won the
just-
New
he's
Japan
savage
Cup.
today.
Come on.
Yeah.
What
he's
network
just-
do you guys think
just-
Tony Khan's are going to be on?
Mm.
I would
know.
say
True TV.
True TV.
Yeah, True TV.
Yeah, True TV.
I'm choosing one of those TNT Discovery show channels. So
BR
Investigation
Live.
The
Discovery.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
Par-
that's
just be
Investigation
on
Discovery. After all the murder mystery shows, you go watch Ring of Honor.
I want to see the House of Black versus House of Torture, CM Punk versus Kenta, and God versus FTR. That's not a
Oh, that'd
bad.
be good.
Or if not, give me Carl Anderson and Doc Gallo versus FTR.
Nah, I don't want to
match
see
as
those
well.
jobbers.
You said Good Brothers Milwaukee, bro.
Okay.
Sorry.
No Michael Betts will Osprey. Okay.
Something about he's like that's Will Ospreay who sucks.
Michael,
To
that's
Zack
Will-
Sabre.
yeah.
To the Zack Sabre comment.
Well,
Do you guys think AEW needs to start pandering to the IWC, start trying to get casual instead of? Here's the thing:
They don't want them.
it's one show. It's the one, and even Tony Khan said, and I know throughout the week I've seen on social media. I don't know about you guys,
A
people
lot
are
of
saying
bad
that
takes.
a lot of bad takes about women. And listen, guys,
the women really they're pissed that there's no women in that show.
well, apparently that they're not trying to garner. Women don't care about New Japan. I think that's bullshit. I think if
Well,
you're
they
a
would have
wrestling,
put Stardom on there if they
Well,
wouldn't book the same week.
who knows? We don't. You think about it. We don't know the match card yet.
That's
It's
Again,
gonna be one women's
we
match.
don't know the match card.
Yeah, the event's not until June. Like everyone's like jumping to conclusions that like here's the thing. AEW, they're what they need to focus for the casual fans is their weekly shows. If they want to put on a special event that's just for the hardcore fan base, that's fine. Like I don't see the issue with them wanting to do a AEW versus New Japan event for the hardcore fans. It's not like you don't have to watch it. Like that's the thing that people don't understand. This event is not an event that you need to watch. It's like ECW One Night Stand 05. Like, who the fuck was that supposed to appeal to? Only ECW fans, and people watched it. Like, it was only until Vince decided, oh, well, we got to make ECW a brand now and all that other junk. Then people had to watch One Night Stand 06 to understand what the heck was going on. One Night Stand 05 was just an inconsequential show. It was just a fun show. Like, TNA Hardcore Justice, that was just a show for the ECW fan. Like,
And it was
yeah. No, actually, like Hardcore Justice Hardcore Justice actually ages well. Actually, ages
10?
better. But
Wait,
yeah,
10
but-
or on-
that the
Yeah,
one with New
2010.
Jack and the gang. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and
that
Bully
one
Ray
ages
doing the
better.
little dance in the
That's
middle of the
way
ring.
better than 05 One Night Stand. All right, but no, it is. But anyways,
What?
I'll put it at the same level.
but like
05
that's the
One Night
thing that
Stand
these
was great.
fans.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these fans though. They're like, oh, what, dude? No, here's the thing. If casuals cared about AEW, they'd be watching it already. They don't care about it. It's just their hardcore pocket fan base. Let's see if Tony Khan gets the right fans that are influential. That's the main thing is you got to get those influential fans, those fans that can get their friends to watch too. So, hey, Tony Khan's risk of hoping his fans can get people to watch wrestling. That's totally fine. Do what you need to do, Tony. But like at the end of the day, he should be worried about his weekly shows drawing casuals, not really like a New Japan show. Like, how is anyone going to figure out the whole history of New Japan within 2 months of this damn show? Like, there's no way. Like, no casual has any time to say, like, oh, who's Okada? Well, he's actually a four-time IWGP heavyweight. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop. Just give me the quick rundown.
G1 Climax.
It's just like that's the thing. Like, this is for the hardcore fans. Let the fans have their matches and stuff like that. Like, because here's the thing. I see people saying, oh, well, Forbidden Door, it's going to kill, like, all these other pay-per-view. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. It's a specialty pay-per-view. It better have good quality matches. It ain't like a freaking Backlash or a freaking a Double or Nothing where they're pay-per-views to help build weekly television. Those pay-per-views are much harder than Forbidden Door. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do for if they treat Forbidden Door like a Double or Nothing, that's when I'll get concerned. Because then I'm like, okay, why are you doing Forbidden Door then if it's gonna be like a Double or Nothing type pay-per-view? This like you know what I'm saying? Like
this is what I hope happens too. I hope this starts the whole okay, maybe down the road we'll see some AEW influence in New Japan. Again, with the world opening up again, right? We see some guys from AEW in the G1. We'll see some guys from AEW. Did I say New Japan guy from in the G1? I'm about AEW talent in
Once
the
Japan gets their
G1
shit together, yeah.
or even on Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm pretty
You
sure
know?
Bryan Danielson most likely will do a G1. I heard people want to see Dante Martin and the best of the Super Juniors, all that other stuff. Like,
exactly, or Andrade down the road. Well, again, time will tell. And regarding the women, who to say we end up getting Thunder Rosa versus Kari Hojo? You just never know.
Mm-hmm.
They might surprise you. You might not even see it coming. You know what I mean? And I get it. Yeah, even AEW has issues, promoting the women with these one matches a show, what have you. I'm reading more comments here as well. What do you guys think? What do you think Edge's faction name should be? Because it's like House of Black 2.0. We'll get into that, I guess, in a little bit. I think we're still on this whole AEW discussion right now. Those retro Jordans cost way too much. Funny thing you say that, Jason, because
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
basically.
Dang, that's number 3. Jesus.
Exactly. Miro versus Suzuki, not bad for Antigo. That's a good match too.
Where is Miro?
Miro,
Yeah,
he's
TV
filming.
show.
He's filming TV shows. But
Yeah,
you know what it
movie.
is too?
Aw.
He's movies. He's about to win an
Okay.
Academy Award, yeah. Before
Ishii
Dwayne.
versus Joe, not bad.
Ishii versus Joe, another thing too. You know what it is? And I love Suzuki. I love the guy. Don't get me the fuck wrong. But it's like sometimes when I watch him wrestle, I'm like, bro, you're moving like your age, dude. It's like, yeah, if you will. But listen, it's only 2 months from the show is 2 months from now. I'm hoping to be there for the show. If you see me there, say what up. Hopefully I can get myself a Bulls jersey from 95, 96 to go with the Jordan 12s.
Get it while you can on Mitchell and Ness. Stay in stock.
I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna see what I can
$3
do.
bills a jersey if you want one.
You know what's? I'm about to start going. I'm about to go in a suit, yo. Imagine me going in a
Wait,
suit.
95? Why 95, 96?
Oh, well, from what year? 96, right? 97?
The playoff
No,
12s.
yeah,
No,
96,
you need
97,
97, 98.
Hey,
No,
97,
97, 98 is
97,
the last
98,
championship, so that's 13, 14.
Yeah.
Those are the
No,
13.
Yeah, so you need
14s.
96, 97. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, unless you wear your breads, then you can wear your 11s.
Or not, I'm about to go in a suit, yo.
Dude,
But they're going-
Steven's gonna be wearing the Jordan jersey. He's gonna be like that. Remember that meme where there's that one guy playing like Michael Jordan on the court, stuff like that.
Oh,
We're
poor
like,
guy.
that's gonna be Steve. It's like be like, oh shit, here comes Michael Jordan. We're gonna watch some AEW. You're gonna wear like the whole fit.
Nah, I'm
That
about
dude's
to,
a hooper, though.
I'm about to wear my Jordan
was.
11 with shorts, yo. I'm just kidding.
I
Just
dare
kidding.
you.
Nah, hell
It's gonna be
no.
summertime. I dare you. Basketball shorts,
Kyrie
jersey
Sane
with
versus-
the playoff 12.
I'm about to do it on Noel, yo. No, just the jersey, no sleeves on. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on here. Let's move on again. There's so much time from here on, and let's see what they build. Let's see what hype they make for the show. I am intrigued. Also, what I was intrigued about, and I'm sure a lot of you were, yesterday here in the States around 5 p.m. Over there in the UK, at Wembley Stadium, it was the big heavyweight championship fight between Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, versus Dylan White. In front of a literally sold out Wembley Stadium, 94,000 plus people in attendance. Bro,
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
That
in the UK.
crowd.
Or as they would say, it was a
It
cinema.
just puts us to shame.
You know what it is? I
say
say that with wrestling fans because the UK wrestling fan base is just amazing when they show up here for WrestleMania weekends and all that stuff. But even the combat sports fan,
of course.
in the UK, especially when it's a UK heavyweight championship of the world attraction.
One of the best entrances in UFC history is Darren Till when he comes to UK and he bought
Yes.
Wonder Boy. The
Sweet
whole
Caroline.
arena just started sweet Caroline.
In Liverpool, bro.
Yeah, no, like I love the UK fights. Like that's why I'll go out of my way, even if like the card's kind of ass. I'll go out of my way to watch it because I know the fans are gonna be rambunctious, man, because they're just gonna be loud and they're gonna be behind their like I think UFC, the most recent one in London, that was one of the best cards I've ever seen. And I don't think the fights were all that great. It was just that the crowds were so awesome during that event and stuff like that, like Patty Pimblett, Meatball Molly, Tom Aspinall, the other guy that beat up poor Dan Hooker and stuff like that. Like that, they weren't good fights, but man, the crowd was so hot, man. I loved it. George Cardonopolis or something like that.
Yeah. But again, the fight overall, listen, there is so much talk about this fight. And again, it delivered. The sold out UK fan base in Wembley Stadium. The fight itself, it had its moments. You know what I mean? The referee was bad officiating. We can agree on that, right? Terrible officiating by the referee. They even said it was his first time officiating a heavyweight fight. There was a lot of this. There was a moment, I think, between round 3 and 4 where they're on the ropes, and I think it was Dylan White who hit Fury in the back of the head and all that stuff.
3 times he did.
Yeah. And I'm like, where the hell is Kenny Bayless for this shit? Where's Kenny Bayless? Break. And it was all said and done, and by the time we got to round 6, Tyson Fury with literally an uppercut drops Dylan White, pushes him.
He knew it was coming.
I felt like he could have did it earlier.
Pushes him,
just wanted
goes
to
the ground
a little bit.
And the ref, he got up and he just went back down the floor. But it was just an amazing performance. Now, granted, I'm not saying this was an all-time classic. No, by no means at all. But when it's all said and done, it shows you just how amazing, how we are privileged to be around during the era of Tyson Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all agree with that?
Good. Yeah.
I mean, it's good to see great heavyweights, because for a while that division was not that good.
And no one could.
So it's nice to see it
really
back on
now.
the top.
Yeah. Exactly. Now it's just he owns the division. I don't see who.
It's his division now.
Up.
I mean, Usyk? Is Usyk?
That's what people say, but
I know he has his rematch, right? He has his rematch against Anthony Joshua.
It's still Joshua's. Joshua still be number 2. Like this, it's just a Joshua MO as of late. He just throws the first fight, doesn't try, gets gassed out, and the second fight he'll destroy this because people forget Usyk is a cruiserweight. He's not a heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight that went up. So
yes,
yeah.
And that's the thing. People say that too. What the hell happened there? Okay. I thought I lost something here. But there's the thing about it, I know he did hint retirement. They asked him in the interview. The other thing too, I love the entrances for this fight.
Yeah.
The entrance, I know me and you, Jay, were talking in our group chat that we have, how Dylan White's music just felt so random.
Why you keep calling him Dylan White? It's Dillian White.
Dillian White.
You're disrespecting him, bro.
He had the Wranglers commercial for his entrance.
Guys just got exactly. It was so random.
D White. We'll just call him D White, okay?
No, it's Dillian. How hard is this to Dillian? It's just Dillian White.
It's as hard.
Dillian.
It's as hard as Joey Diaz pronouncing Khabib Nurmagomedov, yo. Khabib. It's Khabib. Did you just say Khabib Nurmagomedov? Khabib. All right.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Dillian White.
Dillian White. Yeah.
Sorry.
Stop calling him Dylan. It's Dillian.
Dylan White.
Yeah.
Dillian White. The only
exactly. There we go. Yeah. See, there you go. That's how you say it.
Dillian White. The only thing I wish I would have seen the fight on UK commentary. That's my only wish.
No, I'm good.
Bad. You got stuck with
granted,
ESPN
it's ESPN Plus, it's Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley, which was fine, but I wish I would have seen this shit in UK commentary. I feel like they would have had so much emotion in this shit.
Maybe.
But
it's like soccer. It's like Champions League, bro. You want the Champions League with UK commentary, bro. It's over, bro.
I can't relate.
Especially with Man City. I know you can't.
It's always with British commentary, the Champions League.
Then after the end of the fight, Tyson Fury singing this music, Mama, Miss American, whatever, right? And I turned it off. I thought that was it. Okay, it's over.
No,
Move
I
on.
wasn't. I saw on Twitter Francis Ngannou was ringside, and I knew that him and Ngannou are boys. So I was all like, "No way, it's gonna be over."
And there he is, Francis sporting a new haircut. You know what I'm saying?
That's terrible. What is this? Oh my god, he got to
It's
go
like-
back.
It's like he's
He
out
might
of
as
his
well
UFC.
get a ball head.
He's like he's out of his UFC contract there. You know what's crazy? He is the UFC heavyweight champion, right? And he looks like a light heavyweight next to. He looks like a light heavyweight. Dare I say a middleweight next to Tyson Fury? Look at him.
No, he looks like a light heavyweight, not a middleweight.
Yeah, light heavyweight's
Alright.
a good comparison.
Looks like a light heavyweight next to Anthony Joshua. And they're talking about how
against Tyson Fury. Next to Tyson Fury, you said Anthony Joshua.
I'm sorry.
Steve, Anthony Joshua is very tall and darker skin color. You know, my friend.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
He's not a big fat white guy.
Oh man, I need this.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, you are, man. That's it perfectly.
So
Anthony Joshua.
okay, yes, you had Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury there. They're saying they're gonna fight next. That's the next fight, even though Fury hinted retirement. Again, I turned it off after that. Like, all right, I didn't think much of it. It's funny because I'm like, oh, Tyson, Francis Ngannou hearing this right now, and I put on Twitter the clip of Corbin. Like, he was bum Corbin. Remember that TikTok video that he did about his everyday, normal day life and shit? And then he's like, oh, at least they're going to pay me for this, right? Actually, Baron, we're not paying you at all for this. And you see him walk. I played that clip. You know, and I'm like, oh, he actually showed up. I'm like, oh, shit, never mind then. Fuck all this shit. But that's the next fight. So we said they're hitting 2023. I mean, listen, bro. If this is what I'm sure that's something obviously that Francis wants to do.
Well, it's not going to be a boxing. It's not. They said it's going to be MMA gloves, and it's going to be some hybrid shit. It's not a real fight, to be honest.
So it's going to be one of those. What's that? What's that promotion with the three-sided ring? The three-sided ring and they do like that. No. They do the boxing versus MMA. They had like, what was it that Pulev versus Frank Mir a while ago?
I forgot.
And Pulev,
but they used boxing gloves, didn't they?
No, these MMA gloves. But it was a three-sided ring. I forgot the name of the promotion.
Three-sided ring. How do you do that?
They did a three-sided
triangle.
A triangle.
They had Nick Cannon like hosting the event.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it's called.
I think it was the Triller people who ran this shit.
No, they said it's going to be in a boxing ring. They're going to have MMA gloves, and there's going to be some MMA rules to it. And it's going to have, but also it's not going to be as police. Like they're working on it right now. That's why it's going to be till 2023. Francis is not signed with the UFC. He can just give the UFC belt back to the UFC if they wanted to, and he would be a free man. But obviously, Dana White, he owns him for at least 2 more fights, because he's a heavyweight champion, and the champion does have a contract. And if Francis says, no, I just want to strip the belt, then he's free. So, the ball's in Ngannou's court. He has power, so he has the belt, and he's a draw for the UFC, but he's still recovering from injuries too.
So he already had his surgery, basically. He already had his surgery.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's
so he's going to recover him. Okay. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure
he won't fight again until December or November.
So basically, if you're Francis Ngannou, you're preparing for this Tyson Fury fight, or if not, you're watching the summer, potentially when Stipe and John Jones get in the octagon and fight for what probably will be for the interim heavyweight title.
Yeah.
And again, the ball's in this court, like you said, Jake. The ball's in this court. But overall, an amazing night for UK boxing. I just wish we had that same energy over here.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? And I said, on Twitter, imagine, again, 94,000 people inside fucking Wembley Stadium, which wasn't even supposed to be 94,000. It was supposed to be, I think, at first like 70,000, some shit like that. And then it went to 80,000, now 94,000. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They gave them a special entrance as well. It drizzled somewhere like in the co-main event. Tyson Fury made Dillion weight. He got chili and
Oh my
shit.
god,
You
dude.
can't even say it's just literally Dillian White. It's not
Dillian
that hard.
White.
You say-
Dillian White. Dillian
He
White.
said
He made him.
Dillian
He made him.
Dillian
He made him.
White. What
He
the-
made him wait there in the fucking chilly night in Wembley. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I know a lot of folk want to see the Anthony Joshua fight too. Oh, Anthony Joshua. We'll
The
see.
problem, Joshua's team is just too political, man. They always want to have like 2 instant rematches if the guy loses or something like that. Like the guy, like I swear, I was like, man,
he's
this guy has the
Usyk,
best.
though, right? He's fighting Usyk, though, right?
But yeah, because they put it in the contract. If he loses to Usyk, he gets an instant rematch. This guy has like the best manager ever, man. Like they get the rematches right away. Freaking Wilder has to go to court.
Eddie Hearns, baby. Eddie Hearns. My man Eddie Hearns, yo. The Zone. Number 1.
The Zone, huh?
You know the vibe already, man. Come on. You know the vibe already, man. Come on.
Payday. You want payday.
If you will. So there was that. And then obviously I did watch with the boys over at True Hill and Wendy, of course. Almost AEW, Impact Wrestling Rebellion. I don't know what it was, but my Peruvian Fight TV was acting a little funny. The audio was out of sync. So there was that.
You said you're Peruvian what?
Fight TV. Yeah, Peruvian Fight TV, pal, if you will. Also, my Peruvian ESPN Plus was working perfectly, man. Peruvian ESPN
Plus
for the fight was working perfectly, man. I don't know about you guys, but the main event of that show was Josh Alexander versus Moose for the Impact.
Oh, we're talking
World
about
title.
Impact now?
Little bit.
I'm confused. I thought you said ESPN Plus, and now you're saying Impact World Title.
Yeah, because you got to remember. Because you got to remember. Turn on down. Oh man. Oh man. I'm sure the Impact fan base right now is.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt big time.
What Impact fan base? Under 100,000 viewers per week.
Dude, when I see the rating chart, I'm like, man, how have they not been canceled? Like, I see it's like 32,000.
You got to remember, dude. They own their network.
Yeah, I know. Still, even I would cancel myself. I'd be like, man, 32,000. Come on.
Damn, bro.
They own their fucking network. So the main event.
I saw some of the show though. Yeah.
The main event was Josh Alexander getting his finally one-on-one match with Moose. Josh had his wife and his kid, just like a Bound for Glory.
That was the storyline, right?
Right. Yeah. And here's the thing about it. I did not know that there was a contract issue. Like, I did not know that up until like later on that he re-signed with Impact when he showed up again.
You didn't know that was part of the story. I knew that, and I barely watch Impact.
It didn't click with me. It didn't click with me. And then I realized, that's why Brandy told Ethan Page, we just wanted Josh Alexander. Okay. Which I think will happen down the road. I'm happy it didn't happen now.
No, definitely not now.
They had a very good match. I thought the right person got the win. Finally.
Well, yeah.
And
that's
Josh is
long-term
now
booking.
the champion. Long-term booking, pal. Also on the show, what else happened on the show? Again, that was such a freaking blur.
Blur
for Impact, yeah, dude.
That show was that bad,
dude. I probably remember most, and I was watching my Timberwolves, dude.
What about that
triple threat? Yeah, you had a triple threat. You have Trey Miguel versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
That was good.
Versus who was on this match?
The guy who won.
Ace Austin. There you go.
This guy literally was on a watch along, guys. He was on a watch along a night ago. I can't even remember who.
And I even chimed in on the watch along in the chat.
You won the watch along, and you don't remember these matches.
That's the thing.
They also had a good match as well. Ace Austin got the win. Tasha Steelz versus Rosemary. Yeah, Rosemary's still
that
signing.
match was sloppy.
Jonah versus Tomohiro Ishii. I'm like,
I didn't care for that match, to be honest.
I'm just happy for Jonah.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah.
The World Tag Team title match was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was like, what is this?
I didn't understand that match. Is that a gauntlet match?
I'm like, I thought they would give it to Honor No More, being that they're in a program and all that shit, and nope. Eddie Edwards and Eddie. It was supposed to be Eddie Edwards versus Jonathan Gresham in a match, but being that Gresham still has a concussion from the match of Battle of the Belts from a couple of weeks ago, they had to literally change the card around. So you had Eddie Edwards versus Chris Bay. It was not a bad. It was on their buy-in. It was on their pre-show match. Their pre-show. What happened?
Edwards is on the buy-in.
Eddie Edwards was that match always supposed to be the buy-in? Then?
No.
Oh, okay.
The original match was Jonathan Gresham versus Eddie Edwards
on the main card.
Okay. And then all this shit had to get moved around.
Yeah, because doesn't Eddie Edwards have momentum in that company right now?
The Inspiration versus the Influencers.
What?
Which is I'm like, wait a minute. Well, I'm like, wait a minute.
Influencers. What?
Like, aren't they like the same shit though? Like, think about it. Like, you're influencing your inspiration. Is like you're the
Which
same.
Which one is
thing.
that?
Just become a faction. So the Inspiration is the former Iconics.
Oh, okay.
And the Inspiration by the Influencers are Madison Rain, who I'm surprised was a fucking job.
She's still wrestling? Jesus Christ.
And fucking Tennille Dashwood, the former Emma. Yeah, how the mighty has fallen.
What did she ever influence?
Why the fuck did she not have no? Why the fuck does she have no
OnlyFans? She influenced that 5-finger discount that one day when she sold the phone case. You guys remember that incident? She sold the phone case and got released.
Oh my god!
It was like the most random
damn phone case.
And then she got rehired like minutes afterwards. It was like the most random event in wrestling history.
Mid-Pack had a paper. Yeah,
Mid-Pack. Damn. I didn't think it was that bad.
Do you guys think that Rose
matches
will win her fight to keep the strawweight title?
She's facing
Carla Esparza in a rematch.
Oh,
we'll see.
Esparza's really good at wrestling too, man. Like, I don't know, her wrestling is just on an insane level. Rose is striking, but like, if there's someone that can give Rose fits, I will definitely say it's Carla Esparza. But I think Rose retains. But I do think Esparza has a much better chance than what I think people are giving her, to be honest.
Yes, there's that also. So. Yeah, man. Also on GCW, you had the scaffold match.
The Briscoe match?
A scaffold match.
Between the Briscoes
and the Second Gear Crew. Which ended in a fucking draw because a member of each team fell from the scaffold. It was like it's a like that's how we end the fucking show. What the fuck?
So
they're free agents.
They have to fight the whole time on the scaffold.
No, so the scaffold is set up in the middle of the ring, right? So you're wrestling all over, but you're climbing up the scaffold. So you got to throw your opponent off the scaffold.
And they both threw each other.
And a member of each team fell off the scaffold. So it's like, what the fuck?
That's some good wrestling right there.
So they died. They died in the end of the show.
Which reminded me a lot of, remember when Impact had the Elevation X match?
Elevation X, yeah.
You had Rhino and AJ Styles going at it, I think, for Ultimate X pay-per-view.
How come they don't bring it back? Elevation.
I wish they did.
No more lockdown. No more.
On Monday. Apparently their next pay-per-view is Slammiversary coming up in July.
They always do Slammiversary. That's like literally
they got to bring back the King of the Mountain match for the 20th anniversary.
Live from Nashville, so back in the same studio where they had the pandemic, where they taped their empty arena shows, basically. So there's that. I wish they bring back King of the Mountain. Let them bring it back home. Bring back the King of the Mountain, yeah.
King of the Mountain. That match makes no sense, but I always loved it for some reason.
Listen, I loved it for it's the reverse ladder match.
I know. I remember back in the day. I don't get it, but
I remember back in the day when TNA was like, oh my god, everyone had this high hopes for it, right? I would tell my friends who were watching WWE, yo, watch TNA, yo. Watch the King of the Mountain match, yo. Watch the King of the what? I'm like, and I explained the rules and shit. Like, yeah.
See, I feel like that's what AEW is missing. Like, TNA had all these stupid matches, man. You'd be like, yo, you got to watch this Ultimate X match. What the you got to explain it. Yeah. Like, it sounds so stupid that someone has to go watch it. Like, oh, you got to go watch the TNA Asylum match.
Yes.
Asylum match?
Like, bro, and I would tell my friends, like, yo,
Barbed Wire Massacre.
You gotta
go
watch
Monsters
the
Ball.
electrifying cage match, yo. You gotta
Oh
watch
like-
that.
yeah, the electrifying.
Like
LAX and
AEW,
Team 3D.
like
yeah.
AEW is just like, oh yeah, you gotta go watch Punk versus MJF. Oh, what's it for? It's Punk
Dog
versus
collar
MJF,
match.
Yeah, no, it's just like the name of the the wrestlers. Now, like they don't have the whole like, oh, you gotta watch this right here, where it's just like the funny, like
All they
the
got is
funny
the casino
goofy
battle
names.
royal.
Yeah, that's all they got. But that's a battle royal. It ruins
Yeah.
it. Like, can you imagine? Like, you just tell people, yeah, it's lethal lockdown time, baby. Lethal,
Right.
what's lethal lockdown?
It's time for the World X Cup. Yeah, remember the World X
Yeah,
Cup?
The world.
That's-
Do they still
that's
do that?
normal,
No,
Steve.
right?
Also,
That's normal.
also on the GCW show, you had Joey Janela versus Bandito, who finally showed up. Right,
Oh wow. Showing up to
finally
work, huh?
showed up to work. So there was that also.
But yeah, COVID. Leave him alone, bro.
Well, no, but see the thing. So apparently he was booked for a GCW show a couple weeks ago, and I guess he
Yeah,
didn't
he got
show up his
COVID.
He didn't get COVID again. He didn't
No,
show
it
up for
took
his
him to
flight.
2 weeks to come
That's
back
the
to
show
this
he
one, right?
most sold. That was the show that he did not show up to. Was the one that he got COVID for?
Yeah, the Ring of Honor show.
No, the GCW.
That was Ring of Honor.
No, GCW. Apparently, he got COVID again.
Yeah, back in January.
How the fuck did he get COVID
No,
again?
Steve. He
Wow.
got COVID again. You can
Well,
get
he-
COVID again, bro.
Okay. Nashville, read the comments here. Nashville, the place was anniversary and SummerSlam. Yes, it is.
Oh wow.
The new Jet Scaffold match from XPW is crazy. Yes, shake the motherfucker. The old school scaffold match. Both members of the team have them thrown off. Congrats to Josh Alexander winning the world title. Absolutely. I feel like he made the right choice. So let's see where they go with this. Let's see. I just hope he doesn't drop it on an episode of them. I know they're taping today. Breaking
He's
news!
gonna lose it to what's his name?
Eric Young.
Oh,
Eric Young
no,
is the
no,
new.
no.
We're gonna see the pictures, dude.
What's
We're
his
gonna
name?
see the pictures of
Sammy
Eric Young holding
Callahan.
the-
He's gonna lose
You're
it to
gonna
him.
see it reported by that site Select, if you will. That Select
breaking
site.
news. New
Uh,
world champion in Impact.
You're gonna see this reporting it. Yeah, apparently at a recent taping of Impact, Josh Alexander lost his world title to name me a random name in Impact besides Eric Young.
Trey Miguel.
Trey
There
Miguel.
you go.
Trey
He
Oh, you know,
wants
what?
his
You know
title.
who they're pushing is that Steve Cutler character. So Steve Cutler or
Yeah,
Macklin,
Steve
whatever his
Steve
name is.
Macklin.
Steve
Yeah, painting his
Macklin,
face.
yeah.
It's like if Finn Balor ate Finn Balor. Holy shit.
Finn Balor.
Speaking of Finn Balor, you guys know on Monday he lost the U.S. title to Ace Austin. Oh, sorry, I said Ace Austin. Austin
Damn.
Theory.
Ace
The
Austin.
theory.
Ace
The
Austin.
theory.
Dude.
The theory. The
You that
theory.
TNA wave.
Hey
The
man, you
theory.
may be losing weight, Steve, but you might have to lose the weed, dog. You've been all over the place this episode. You may have to stop smoking that push, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, you may
Guys
be
ain't-
losing weight, but you're losing brain cells too, bro.
Guys, they's not even Austin anymore. Just theory.
He's theory
just
now.
theory.
Just theory. Just fucking theory. And he lost. And people were upset. Oh my God, it's the end of Finn Balor. They're ruining him. He's getting ruined. Maybe he'll join with Kushida and they can have a match in AEW. I'm like, no, bro. I personally feel like, listen, the future is theory. He's in good hands. He won the US title, right? He won it clean. Beat him clean
Of course.
in the middle of the ring.
Anybody could be Finn Balor now. Come on.
Exactly. Even
No need to be
even
good.
Shanky. Even Shanky can be Finn Balor. You know what I mean? But so the whole the roster that they barely even fucking used showed up and they
Good
hoisted him on
job.
his
The catering team
T-
showed up.
T-bar hoisted him on his shoulder.
Stupidest thing I've ever seen, dog.
Poor
I-
T-Bar.
I hated that
Man.
so much, man. That was like when Lex Luger just knocked down Yokozuna and everyone was celebrating it like he fucking won the world title. That
My
was even
man
worse.
Jinder Mahal, my boy Jinder. Yeah, you better talk to your boy Shanky, yo.
That's the mightiest falling right there. Jinder Mahal.
My boy
Like
Jinder
dog,
Mahal.
Dominic Dijakovic was coming out celebrating with
Oh yeah.
Theory, like Apollo Crews just came out.
Commander Aziz too. Like,
Yeah,
fuck,
like,
bro.
like this was so rant. Like, what was Vince thinking in this? It was so stupid.
If
When
you
I saw it, I
really
was like,
just
this is the dumbest-
have Vince come out. We couldn't
Yeah.
have Vince come out and
That's all you
congratulate
needed.
Theory.
yeah,
And they did
like,
They took a selfie together, and I'm mad. I don't have the photo clip of it here, but whatever. And there's a photo that surfaced. Obviously, apparently, it's Theory. Oh, he looks
Apparently,
like the
it happened, bro.
My bad. There you go.
Yeah, dude, you need to cut back on that, bro. You gotta cut back on that.
Apparently, there was a photo. A photo.
So there's a photo, and it's like, oh, he looks like the Fiend mask and shit.
Yeah, he looks like the smiling Titan from Attack on Titan. He looks like everything,
He's
man.
even buttering names like Mike Adamle.
Oh no, yeah, he is Mike Adamle, man. Steve Adamle over here, bro.
Mike Adamle of the group, Mike Adamle of the show.
He's just making me crazy, man.
Ay, carambas. Mamma mia. Yeah, another thing too. I wish we had more Ranallo doing the commentary for Tyson Fury and Dillian White. Yeah, Mamma mia.
Yeah, Bellator. He couldn't do it.
I know he did. He did the Chris Cyborg fight.
Yeah, that's Bellator, Steve.
Bellator, yeah, Bellator.
Yeah,
MMA.
it's Bellator. Yeah,
Bellator.
You're off your game, man. What the
yeah,
hell?
I'm like, yeah, he was doing Bellator. He did the cyborg fight.
Take a breathe.
I know the cyborg fight, the Chris Cyborg fight.
Yeah, no, but it's Bellator.
Okay.
I would say inhale, but you did that already.
Yeah, dude.
Exhale now.
He's all over,
Exhale,
man.
exhale a lot.
I need my water, pal. I need my water here, pal.
Yeah,
Get hydrated, bro.
Also on the Monday Night Raw, it was the wedding segment. I know a lot of people hated this segment. I loved it, yo. I loved it for the
truth was in it. That's why it was.
I loved it because you knew it was gonna be bad, but I loved just the train wreck. I loved it, dude. They did everything here. They tried to tease it. Oh shit, maybe just maybe Tamina is going the other way here. All right. I love how they had Sasha and Naomi, the Raw Women's Tag Team Champions, as bridesmaid.
It's team bad, baby.
Which was team bad. Yes, it was team bad. They had Nikki ASH randomly there. The Lotharios.
It made sense for them to be there.
They were what chants all over the place. R-Truth held it together, but even R-Truth couldn't save the segment. Let's just keep it a buck here.
Segment was
R-Truth was like, "You gonna get me fired?"
Exactly. He might be next. He might be next.
He's safe. He's safe.
He might be joining Butch. He might be joining Butch.
Where's Butch going? He's
you
lost.
Guys, happened on Friday. He lost on Friday.
Yeah, but he's literally lost.
2 weeks in a row. He lost two matches in a row.
Like they can't find him. No.
You know he's going, bro. Future Endeavored on the Endeavored list. That's where he was
back
found.
to NXT.
He wishes it was an NXT. He wishes. So that again, back to this whole wedding thing. All it led to just for Reggie to pin Dana Brooke, who he married, because apparently you couldn't, fight for the title till after the wedding was over with. All people were married and shit, which led to Tamina getting a win, to Tosawa getting a win, to Dana Brooke diving off the top rope in a wedding dress or the middle rope or the fuck it was on Tosawa, and she left with R-Truth. So there is that. I mean, it's a fucking train wreck, but I loved it because it was a fucking train wreck, and you knew what you were getting. On Raw, also, you had the show started off with Cody and Rollins. Apparently, well, obviously.
Oh my god, dude! You're doing your parent thing. Cody and Rollins had a segment. Rollins said it was not fair that Cody got to face him on short notice with no notice. So he wants to see if Cody can face a mystery opponent. Cody Rhodes, being the babyface that he is, said, "You know what? I'm up for the challenge, baby." So then afterwards, Seth Rollins came out later in the main event. Apparently, he came out in the main event. And then he came out and he announced Cody's opponent. And it was none other than the man who took on Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Owens. Cody and Kevin Owens main event. It had a really good match. And it looked like Cody was on the ropes until Kevin Owens was outside the ring catching his breath. And Seth Rollins told him,
I should be doing it right now.
Get your fat ass up. Get your fat ass in the ring. And then later on, Kevin Owens like, what? And just left. This led to Cody Rhodes celebrating, being upset that he won by count out. What a baby face. Seth Rollins pushes Cody at the end. WrestleMania Backlash. We got the rematch, Seth versus Cody. See, that's all you got to do.
Sorry. Okay, I ask you a question. Is the Cody run getting stale now, do you guys think?
No, he's hot.
He's only been there 2 weeks.
Some people will, have that no, man.
He's hot right now, dude. Like he comes out, the fans like Like you can tell, like at first it's kind of like they're still trying to figure out the wrestling as more than one royal family theme. But once his music hits, they go ballistic, bro. Like he actually gets a pop, man. Like he actually gets a pop. Like maybe like tone down him actually wrestling every week because like that could get people like because I don't know why. The more people wrestle, I guess fans just don't like when they wrestle. So it's like kind of what's it called? Like go
What up,
down that
Romeo?
way.
KO and Seth should do a Chase Covington and Heel
Yeah,
Steven storyline.
they should. To
course.
be honest, Kevin Owens should probably do some sit-ups, man. Maybe do the squats to get $100.
Which, by the way, yeah, per Chase Covington on May 1st.
May 1st.
May 1st. If I can do 10 booty to the floor squats here.
Walter and Mike will be the judges. This will not be just Chase Covington judging. We have 3 very impartial judges. And Steve, it's not doing them fast. You got to take your time doing these because we got to judge them. We got to see if they're fair or not. And it's up to you to do the 10 perfect squats for these fans. It's not up to anyone else but yourself. But we're gonna judge it, and it's gonna be easy. It's just gonna be a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Chase giving you the cue cards right now. Chase Covington giving you the cue cards
right now.
He's
giving me the cue. Yeah, I have the whole script right here for him. He also said to call Sneaker Judas a liar for not getting him his Eminem Forum lows. It says confirmed that was hacked by Big Mike. It was a conspiracy against you two guys get against him. Wow, he's very upset in this note. He says that Heel Steven should probably go suck off Jorge Matt. Okay, that's enough. He's being mean to Jorge.
Jesus.
Did he go back and find out who about Chase Gage? Did he go back and find out?
I think he honestly, I think Chase Covington does fear Chase Gage. I mean, I think Chase Gage might have his number, to be honest, man. Because I don't know. When I talk to him, his he wears the sunglasses. You can't really see his eyes, but his eyebrows went up like when I said Chase Gage might stop by on May 1st. So who knows?
I don't know, man. We got to see. But yeah, a lucky listener, lucky nerd per Chase Covington, a nerd and virgin listening to the show. Could win $100 here. And
Cash App or Venmo. Cash App or Venmo. Those are the only 2 services I'll do for you. I won't do PayPal, but Cash App and Venmo. You have a Cash App or Venmo, we can work it out. If you are someone who is an international listener, we will have to work out some type of weird deal. Maybe I'll buy you T-shirts instead or something like that.
We'll work something out. We're gonna work something, but we can work it out. Yeah, that was a weird. But in other words, guys. In other words, obviously, guys. In other words, here, my mouth's acting funny right now. In other words, here,
$300.
Yeah, it's probably hot.
Payday. You want payday?
basically. I said my mouse is running low here, so
We ain't gonna act like Chase ain't said what he just said.
What did he say?
I was like, it's like because you're probably high. That's why.
He's yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's why your
He's
mouth
hot
not working.
right
You're like,
Not
oh,
working.
You're getting TNA wrestlers confused.
Yeah, you got Austin Theory confused with Ace Austin. You know, like, how?
Austin,
Like, out of all people,
Too many
like, why
Austins,
Ace
damn it.
Austin.
Over on SmackDown, gosh darn, just rapid
Man,
fire.
we really
here.
got to talk about SmackDown.
They had a
I
lumberjack.
still got a 20 best Randy Orton matches I need to name, Steve, and we're going to talk about SmackDown.
It could be
We're
worse.
going to talk about Dynamite. We're going to talk about Dynamite too. We're going to talk. What else are we talking about?
We could talk about NXT. We could talk about Mike's hair segment of
NXT.
NXT this past week of Nikita Lyons in Natalia backstage in the locker room.
Okay,
But
what's
it
Natalia
called?
doing down there?
so, they gotta get the stars out there, get them over.
Man, I saw the UK card. Man, those UK fans are getting spoiled. They're getting Reigns versus McIntyre. They're getting Gunther versus Shinsuke. They're getting a RK Bros taking on the Usos. They're getting a banger cards for those UK tours, man. Like, look, I need a good footage of that Gunther versus Shinsuke match. Maybe Shinsuke's done.
That's gonna be good.
Shinsuke goes hard for these live events, man. That's when you will see Nakamura actually go hard. So
Yes. They had a lumberjack match. And this is the thing. So they did a lumberjack match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Because these last couple of weeks, it's been Sami Zayn escaping, right? And you think, all right, lumberjack, no one can get out of this. You can't escape. You gotta get thrown right back into the ring.
well, the whole point of the lumberjack is that it's ironic. It's like it's supposed to be that the people can't escape, but they can escape. at the same time. It normally favors the heels of lumberjack matches. They're ironic.
Apparently, the lumberjacks, turns out they all hate each other. So in a way, Sami found a way to escape. He's in the crowd. And now next week, which already happened because they taped it, right? Gonna have a steel cage.
Come on, man.
Yeah, what the hell?
They're in the UK. They're gonna be in England.
At least say a spoiler warning.
Yeah, people probably are excited to watch SmackDown next Friday.
Well, to be fair, they did mention it at the end of the it's gonna be a cage match next week, player.
Okay. Just don't
I thought you were
spoil
gonna.
the result.
Yeah, just don't spoil the results. Yeah, let the people watch their SmackDown.
Come on, I know better than that. Come on. And I loved how at the end of all this, right? Jinder Mahal attacks Drew McIntyre. For a second, they thought Jay hitting a pen. I'm like, all right.
Don't smoke, bro.
Where's my pen? That shit's gone.
I gotta fuel up for Saturday. Hey, listen, man. I'm watching women's boxing. Okay, take it easy.
Hey, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a good
Why'd you say that?
What are you doing?
Jeez, oh my God.
Why'd you say that?
Man, listen, Steven needs to be put in timeout after this episode.
Seriously.
He was in timeout or something.
Yeah,
he's all like, "Oh, it's just women's women's boxing." Like,
I didn't forget that
like
beard joke. That racist.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
That
pound
racist
one,
joke.
pound for pound 2 is fighting. Exactly. We're calling just some women's fight.
I'm watching.
You're like, oh, I gotta get high for that. I gotta put on my playoff 12s with my basketball shorts and wear my Goku tank top with a backwards
Amanda
hat.
Serrano versus Katie Taylor. So back to this whole like Jinder thing. So Jinder's beating up Drew, and on commentary, Michael Cole's like, "Oh, he tried to make a name for himself." I'm like, so a former WWE champion needs to make a name for himself by beating up another former WWE champion.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't make this up, like, bro. You can't make this up. And I'm like, all right, you know what? At least Dynamite. I mean, at least Rampage will be a palate cleanser, right? They opened the show with just Adam Cole and Ishii just having a match. There's no like entrances and shit like that.
Oh no, they got
Cole got the win.
Time.
Cole got the win. Just rapid fire real quick. Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir in the main event. They're both still green as shit. I'm sorry.
It's the classic. Oh, okay.
But a lot of, but again, I said it before. I'll say it again. With Jade, less is good. With Jade, less is good.
Yeah, why would they give her another?
I don't need her to give you this 5-star class. She doesn't have to be doing that right now. Okay.
Yeah, but it's AEW we're talking about. They need that. They need
so there's that. She got her win though. She got the win, and I still don't know how the fuck how is all of a sudden Red Velvet a baddie in the baddie section when they were feuding. Remember they were feuding, right? And remember how if you ever watched the first episode of Rose to the Top, right? They talk about how Jade and Red Velvet don't get along in real life.
The fact that you remember that is crazy.
Hey, listen, man. Yeah. Hey, man. hey, pal.
That's amazing.
Oh, man.
Ibani Bridges, my favorite.
We have some female boxing fans that you're shitting all
Spoiler warning, okay. What matches do you like to see
exactly.
in the AEW versus NJPW? We talked about this earlier. Punk versus Okada, Shingo versus Bryan, to name you a few. Fat ass 316 Owens. Oh, okay.
Man.
KO, we talked about that earlier. So there is that. Now, being that this coming Monday is the 20th anniversary of Randy Orton, being that Chase is like the biggest Randy Orton fan here out of all of us, Chase is going to give you guys the top 20 Randy Orton matches of his 20-year run. Take it away,
man. So I didn't cheat here. A lot of people would do singles would do tag matches, triple threats, fatal four-ways. I get it. A lot of people are going to be like, where's this match from Orton? Where's that? Big Mike, can you stop grabbing your damn chocolate?
Sorry.
What are you grabbing? Stop grabbing it. God dang, it's hurting my ears.
Sorry.
Cracking noises and stuff.
To be fair, not even me. You would think it'd be me. You'd
Yeah,
expect that from
I'm all like just
Chocolate. I
talking.
want chocolate.
I'm just hearing like the crackling noise. It's
If there was
like,
ever-
I'll mute myself. Sorry.
if there was ever a time for the chocolate soundbite,
oh
it'd
yeah,
be
we
right
need that.
back.
Yeah, put that on the next one. But yeah, so I did not put any tag matches. I did not put any triple threats or any fatal four ways in there. So some people, when I say my list, you guys will be like I'm because I'm pretty sure when I finish this list, I'm going to hear a lot of people say, "But Chase, what about the WrestleMania 30 triple threat? But Chase, what about the most recent tag match on Raw? But Chase, what about this tag match? That tag match?" It's all singles matches, because that's what we know Randy Orton as, a singles top flight competitor. Let me tweet this out real quick so that way people know I am naming my 20 top 20 Randy Orton matches. So first off, coming in at number 20 versus Rey Mysterio at No Way Out 2006. Number 19, Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 31. Number 18, Triple H, Royal Rumble 2005. Number 17.
By the way,
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Steve. And you guys can comment if I say a match that you guys like or whatever. Number 17, Christian, SummerSlam 2011. Number 16, John Cena, Iron Man, Bragging Rights 2009. Number 15, Christian, Over the Limit 2011. Number 14, Evan Bourne, Monday Night Raw. Number 13, The Undertaker, Armageddon 05. That was the Hell in a Cell match. Number 12, Chris Benoit, SummerSlam 04. Number 11, Steel Cage match, Ric Flair, Taboo Tuesday 04. Number 10, Edge, IC title match, Vengeance 04. Number 9, Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, Raw Street Fight. This was the Raw December 2013. Bryan got concussed during that, or seemed like he was concussed during the match. Very great match, probably the best match that those two actually had with each other and stuff. But that's one of the famous matches that they had. Number 8 versus Shawn Michaels, Survivor Series 07. Number 7 versus Jeff Hardy, Royal Rumble 08. Number 6, the greatest match of all time, Edge, Backlash 2020. Number 5, Undertaker, WrestleMania 21. Number 4, Triple H, WWE Super Showdown. Number 3, Undertaker, SummerSlam 05. Number 2, John Cena, SummerSlam 07. And number 1, Cactus Jack, Backlash 2004. Those are the top 20 Randy Orton matches in his 20-year WWE career that are singles matches. Like I said, I left out Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. I left off Team Austin versus Team Bischoff. I left off, some other tag matches, triple threats, so on and so forth, because I want
Shield versus Evolution.
Yeah, Shield versus Evolution, the Fatal 4-Way with the Fatal 4-Way elimination where he won a WWE title against Sheamus, Cena, and one other. I think Wade Barrett was in that match too. I left out some of those matches because I want to focus just on Randy Orton and Randy Orton versus opponent one-on-one. So you guys can see there was a lot of common opponents, Undertaker, Triple H, John Cena. They appeared multiple times. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Christian feud, so that's why the Christian matches are kind of a little bit low, but their matches are really, really good. But yeah, no, Orton has a lot of I always tell people Randy Orton would be the greatest of all time if he did not punt away 2010 or from 2012 to 2014-ish. There was a weird period where Randy Orton just did not care. He did not try. And especially after the Bryan Danielson feud and stuff, after the Evolution Shield thing, he really did not try after that. It wasn't until the Randy Orton RKO onto Seth Rollins where he got his mojo back. But yeah, Orton, he has the weirdest career. He has such a successful career, but it's also one of those weird ones where it should be much greater than it should. But he did get lazy during the point of his career where he just kind of was like, screw it, I ain't gonna try so hard. But once he kind of realized that Cena was the top guy, Orton kind of punted away a lot of his career. So
there you go, Chase. That wasn't bad. I loved it.
Mike said he couldn't even name 5 Randy Orton matches. I named 20.
Yeah, better than me. I ain't complaining.
Now, they didn't write these down. He just thought them on the fly, like just literally just came to mind almost, or.
Well, most of it, like some of them change. Like the Edge match changes with the Triple H match a lot. Like the 4, 5, 6, those ones kind of change a lot. To be honest, like those ones kind of change.
How much do you from Romeo here? Shout out to Romeo, by the way. True Heel Heat, go check them out. How much do you think Orton has left in the tank? I think he has about 5 more years left, maybe 10 if you want. You know what I mean?
Once he turns 50,
how old is he
it.
now?
45.
45.
45. Yeah, he's got a good 5 because he ain't gonna be one to do this at this level.
How old is he?
50.
45.
Dude, he won the title he won the world title for the first time at 20-something years old. And
oh wait, no, 43. 40.
He won it at 24 years old, man.
Dude, I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
42. He's 42. He's 42. So I think he has 8 years left,
bro.
Yeah, 8 years, probably.
I feel like honestly, dude, I think we've been privileged to have been around during the era of Orton and Cena. Yeah. For all the shit that we give them all. That'd be a fucking honor. Like, holy crap!
I guess for our
it's
era,
like you as you get older, you appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Like everyone loves Cena now.
Yeah.
You know there's that's like the new thing on Twitter. Everyone once in a while be like, I miss this guy on top. No, you don't. you remember the good time. Like
favorite
Orton. But then again, I always remember the people that grew up watching Cena. They're now on the internet. Like those are the people now on the internet, like having free players post what they want. And so people are going to remember Cena in a more positive light.
Yeah. I said this on Twitter. I said this on Twitter a couple, like literally on, was it Friday or Thursday, as I'm at work waiting for cans to come in to load the plane. We talked about Kurt Angle and his time in TNA. His theme song from TNA, probably one of the best theme songs from TNA. You know what I mean? And not for nothing.
I like all TNA things.
As years go on, it makes for a good theme song to bump to when you're in the gym. You're on the treadmill. You know what I mean? When you're running to warm up, and and then it just goes into everything. The only thing is, so when Impact moved it from Thursday to Tuesday to Monday, did they have to like change the lyric in the song, or they just like remixed over it? I was curious, but whatever.
We're talking about Randy Orton, this Booker over here.
Wait, where'd you? I'm so confused how you brought that up.
Dude, you're pulling a Dave right now.
We were talking about Randy Orton. This guy is Dave sacking it right now, bro.
Seriously.
Whoa. Well, actually, I have a question, guys. Do you think for one second we'll see Cody?
We were talking about Randy Orton and how long he's going to be in the business.
I thought
and you're
daydreamed for like 30 minutes.
You were like, like speaking of TNA team, so I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Okay. But I thought Cena was going to Orton, turned into the RKO. That crowd went crazy.
Oh, man. Shout out to Dave Sack, I guess.
When I thought Cena was going to hit the FU on Orton, it turned into the RKO. The crowd went crazy. I agree.
Oh, wow. That is nice.
To me, I think the best out of North was the one with on Nevin Bourne, Matt Sydal, coming out of the shooting star.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Seth Rollins one more.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
That one's really good. Yeah.
The curb stomp into the RKO. Yeah, I remember that one.
That's probably the best one, actually.
Especially also was in a stadium that was outside and it just got all that air.
It was daylight too. Yeah, you could see him.
How many world titles will Orton win before it's over? 2 more?
I think he'll break the record. He should.
I think he should. I know.
I think by that time it'll be another tie.
I think Solomon also said this early on on the sound off today. The idea of for WrestleMania 40, you do Orton and Cena. See who gets 17.
It's about time.
I think they're going to do that at Hollywood. I think that's the idea for Hollywood is Orton versus Cena. What got to do it at the biggest stage possible?
Because the thing is, Orton right now is a 14-time. He still has to win like 2 more to tie with Cena.
I think he should get at least 2 more. Yeah,
I think if you're not going to break
it, at least tie it. Yeah.
They can squeeze that in at the end of the year.
Well, once they unify the titles.
Orton gets random. That's why I was telling people, like, hey, don't be surprised if WWE gives Randy Orton the Royal Rumble win, or
I hope they do.
Gives him a title because he's always say, like, look, no one thought Drew was going to get beat, and Orton beat him inside the Hell in a Cell, and he became a champion at that point. So it happens with Randy Orton. Like, he's one of those guys that's legit enough to actually win a world title, and you won't be surprised. Like, they built him up for so long and everything. So that's why I feel like he's the perfect guy for Roman Reigns right now. Everyone says Roman Reigns is unbeatable. Bro, you going against Randy Orton. There's no way that's like a safe bet. That's not a safe bet because we thought Drew was going to beat Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell. And what happened? Randy Orton beat Drew McIntyre. And, you know, if Randy Orton beats Roman Reigns, I wouldn't be surprised. I would sit here and be like, I told you this is going to happen. Like, who had Randy Orton winning a Royal Rumble that year that he was in, that he won and he fought against the Oogly Boogly monster, whatever his name is, Bray Wyatt. Yeah. Like, who saw Orton win that Rumble? No one saw Orton winning that Rumble, dude. So, like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you never count out Randy Orton. Randy Orton's one of those guys. But yeah, no, he should definitely at least get 2 more, maybe break the record too, because that'd be kind of cool, you know, like to say we have our own Ric Flair. You know, it's like, okay, we saw like when like people talk about Ric Flair because look at the longevity of Ric Flair. Like, this is what Orton's type of run is like a Ric Flair type of run where he's wrestled in so much different generations.
Facts. Big facts on that one.
Like, it's crazy that a 9-year-old today can say they watch Randy Orton when I was watching Randy Orton when I was 9 years old. Like, just think about that.
I was 12.
So you're 12 years old. Is your 12-year-old self, Steven? There's a 12-year-old that also knows Randy Orton in today's generation. That's like the crazy. That's like the crazy part. That's what you gotta. That's what people don't think about. It's like it's crazy to think he's still around, but at the same time, it's like it's amazing he's still around.
Exactly, and he's still doing the damn thing at the level that he is.
I know people are going to say, oh, what about Jericho? What about these guys and stuff like that? But the consistency is Randy Orton. Like, Randy Orton's like consistent. Like, Jericho has like his on and off moments and stuff like that. But Orton, minus like.
Did he do a movie? Did he do a Marine movie? He did, right?
He did.
No, he did a 12 rounds.
He did 12 rounds. He did 12 rounds.
No, but like, I'm just saying, like, consistently wise, it's like you can't, like, it's hard to picture a year where Randy Orton wasn't really like on top or doing something of like a big deal stats. There's been years where Jericho's been a ghost, you know, like what I'm trying to say is like consistently is like, I don't remember a time where Orton missed a lot of time because of an injury or because of personal reasons. Like, he's been consistent. Like, Edge, you know, obviously retired and left, you know, at one point. Jericho got bored with the business, came back and stuff like that. Like not even Cena. And Cena freaking broke his neck and was like, all right, I'm ready to go face Alberto Del Rio next pay-per-view. Like, bro, you broke your neck, dog. What are you talking about? You won't face no Del Rio.
Reading the question from Chief, has Orton ever had a bad injury?
Just like the collarbone in 2002. Like, that was like his most serious one. But other than that, it's always been like some weird shoulders. And that's it.
And I remember those promos when he was hurt. Like, hey, Randy, from the RNN.
Yeah, RNN breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Yeah, my shoulder now is an amazing 35% recovery. And I remember Survivor Series 2002. I remember, I guess they were showing something, and then it led to I guess it was Terry interviewing Michaels, right? And middle of the interview, they interrupt to an RNN breaking news, and everyone was just in the building just booed. But you know, again, he knew a while ago, from a long time ago, this kid was gonna become a big fucking deal, and good for him, yeah. Good for him. I know tomorrow night it's his 20th year anniversary. He's gonna probably play highlights of Randy Orton and all that stuff. I know he doesn't like "Burning My Light" as his theme song. One of my favorites, honestly.
Too bad. It's gotta come out to that one time.
That's goated.
Yeah,
hey,
Voices is good, but yeah, no, "Burning My Light" was like so much better. Yeah. You know, Randy Orton's theme song history. He's had good theme songs, man. He had the Evolution theme song, Evolution Remix theme song, "Burning My Light." He had "This Fire Burns" for an episode of SmackDown against Super Crazy, and then he had Voices. So very good theme song track record.
The Fire Burns.
CM Punk song.
CM Punk's theme song. He had that.
He did he really?
Yeah, for one.
Yeah. It was during the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 22. Randy Orton. There was rumors that Randy Orton was going to get a new theme song, and SmackDown was taped. So Orton, they dubbed in "This Fire Burns" as Randy Orton's new theme song. So in the arena, the fans were cheering because it was "Burning My Light," but on the episode of TV, it was dubbed over, and the commentators did not even make notice that Randy Orton changed the theme song. They were just like talking over like it was just a regular Randy Orton entrance. And I guess Randy Orton watched it back and said this was terrible, and then they went back to the song that he hated because he hated "Burning My Light."
Do you think Riddle will do "This Is Your Life," Randy Orton? It'd be nice, but I don't think so.
That's something where it's like, if this was maybe 15 years ago, the old man Vince would definitely have had this planned, but I don't trust today's WWE. But this should be a 7 o'clock segment, last hour. Riddle just doing everything to embarrass Randy Orton, like bring out his ex-wife on accident, do all this other funny stuff, man. Crazy Randy stories, have Cody come out and just do 20 minutes of being like, Randy, remember when we did this on the road? And Cody's just like telling all these funny stories and stuff like that. Like that's one of the favorite parts of Cody's return, where he's like, I heard Randy's a family man now, and I won't have it. He's like so pissed.
I won't have it.
He's like, I won't have it, and I won't have it. So, but yeah, no, I feel like they should have done a "This Is Your Life" 1 hour segment. Then the Usos can come out and try to ruin it, some bullshit. But I feel like they should just do a segment where it's just like them enjoying it. So
I'm trying to see Cody versus Orton first. Legacy reunion, maybe. And I don't know if Ted, I think there were talks of Ted DiBiase getting a producer job backstage. So I would have loved to see an Evolution reunion, even though we got that like 3 years ago.
Yeah, we got that already.
On SmackDown.
Ain't coming back.
I know he ain't coming back. And hell no, that guy ain't coming back. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to tomorrow.
You do?
I look forward to it. Yeah, listen, it's Monday Night Raw. Okay, the 20th anniversary of Randy Orton. Even though it's already happened,
it doesn't equal the whole show, though.
The Cody segment, and then there's that. Yeah,
garbage.
Yeah, everything else is like, ugh, if you will. Oh, the wooglies, if you will. Anything else you guys want to cover here before we put a bow on this? Because I feel like we covered almost everything here.
You covered everything
that we needed.
Everything and
everything. I mean, we didn't even get to the Salcedo thing.
Okay.
Or the Bret Hart theme too.
Oh yeah, so okay.
We were talking about Raw, SmackDown,
and I know you guys got
spent a half an hour on TNA.
Because here the thing, you guys got things going on as well, so I don't want to just keep you guys.
No. You said if you want to wrap up the show, we wrap up the show. Bret Hart and Martha still hate each other apparently.
Yeah. So in case you guys don't, as you guys know, AEW doing the whole Owen Cup thing, the whole Owen Hart Cup, and there were discussions, hey, will Bret be a part of this? And Bret, turns out, Dave Meltzer asked him, hey, are you going to, take me part of this? To Bret Hart respond, they haven't even asked me. And the belief within AEW is that Bret Hart signed a lucrative deal with WWE. To where he can't appear on AEW. So when you hear all this lucrative, I say is
payday, you want payday.
And there's got people wondering, they won't let Bret do the Owen Hart Cup, and that's what a lot of AEW fans are saying. But I think a lot of the fans fail to realize that even till this very day, Bret Hart and Dr. Martha Hart still don't like each other.
Not friends.
They're not. And again, it's crazy because I did remember hearing an interview where Bret said that, he wouldn't recognize Owen's daughter if he saw her on the street. He doesn't keep in touch with Oj, the son, obviously. I know the kids are going to be at the tournament, at the finale, to present the cup and all that shit. But it's one of those.
Go to Owen Hart's. Owen Hart got nominated into like a Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, and they had a seat for Bret, and he no-showed it. He was like, "Nope, I ain't going to that."
Yeah. You got to understand, again, there's still this bad blood. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of folks want to see Owen in the WWE Hall of Fame, but that's not happening. It's not going to happen. As long as and again, after watching Dark Side of the Ring, I am calling Martha Hart from that going forward, Dr. Martha Hart. As long as Dr. Martha Hart is around and the kids are around, it's not happening. I hate to break it to y'all. And it doesn't need to happen either.
It doesn't make his career any less. I get where Bret Hart's point of view is. He wants like fans to celebrate. What the hell is the squeaky noise? The mouse in your room?
Let's move on. Let's move on.
There's Mickey Mouse is in Mike's room right now, man.
It doesn't make Owen Hart more or less. Let's keep moving on.
Hello, Big Mike. Hello, Big Mike.
I don't want to attention. Let's keep moving on. Let's move on.
Look here, motherfucker.
Everything's okay. Let's move on.
Well, goddamn, I'll tell you. Look here, motherfucker.
That was a terrible ass goofy, bro. That was so terrible. But if that was Donald Duck, that was even worse. But
what were you about to say? Suffer and succotash?
Oh my god,
that's Looney Tunes.
That's the wrong
cartoon. Disney.
Jesus, you're out of it today.
Oh, it was a squeaky toy. Oh, I thought it was an actual mouse, man. I was like, oh,
that's a
Stuart Little. Hey, Mike,
if it was an actual one of those, dude, you would have saw me flip everything over.
I don't know, dude. Some people be nasty like that. They'll just see mices and they'll be like, "Yeah,
it ain't me.
I name him Hector." It's like, what?
It ain't me. That ain't me.
It's like a Malibu Most Wanted when fucking Snoop Dogg mouse showed up.
Dude, on Friday I went to a haunted house and I obviously got scared, but I got more scared that there was rats out in the trash bags outside than I was of the haunted house. But
every day.
Yeah, but no, Bret Hart, he wants Owen to be celebrated. He wants Owen, because here's the thing. Bret knows, like, when it comes to WWE, monetary wise, he makes a lot of money, and I think the way he looks at it, from Bret's perspective, is, hey, like, you guys will benefit from this. You guys will make money, but Martha Hart, she's not looking for that.
Dr. Martha Hart, pal.
Why is it doctor?
She's a doctor. Listen, out of watching Dark Side of the Ring, like, from now, I'm calling you Dr. Martha Hart.
Okay, you can call her Dr. Martha Hart. She hasn't even checked on me once, so I don't even care. But Martha Hart, I understand where she's coming from. It's principle. It's just a principle thing. That's her husband. She owns the rights to it. She can do whatever she wants with the name. If she wants to give it to AEW for a tournament, all power to her. No, there's no hate need to be involved here. But this is definitely I hate when people are trying to make this a WWE situation. Like, oh, WWE just doesn't want him to do this and stuff. Who knows if Bret Hart wants to do this? Like, that's the thing. Let's not forget he no-showed the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame services that they were going to do for him. He didn't show up to that. And I'm pretty sure if, let's say, by some weird circumstance, Martha says, screw it, yes, here you go, Owen can go to the Hall of Fame, I bet you she would no-show that. I bet you Bret's accepting the award. Bret's going to be all accepting the award for Owen and doing the speech, not Martha. So
not the kid, not the daughter. No,
it's gonna be Bret. That's what I'm trying to tell people. It's like, we don't know the whole situation. There's one side of the truth.
Thank you.
One side of the truth, and then there's the whole truth. And the thing is, we don't know the whole truth.
I did hear about that as well, though. When the Rumble, when I remember when they announced the Owen Cup in the press release, they did mention that Owen would be a playable character on the console game.
That's crazy.
That's gonna be good too. Shout out to Cassidy Haynes over there at BuySlam.net, and guys, go check out episode 172 of True Heel Heat. So again, with the whole Bret thing, yes, Bret, I'm sure would love to have Owen. I'm sure he'd love to do the speech and all that stuff. But again, it's up to Martha Hart and the kids, Owen's kids, and it's not happening, yo. And that's fine. It's totally fine, yo. At the end of the day. And remember, Bret was there in AEW for Double or Nothing 2019 to basically display the world title. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, folks remember. God must have forgot.
Ain't nobody forgot.
People forget sometimes. You know what I mean? Again, a lot of folks who don't remember that. Yo,
how did I remember the birth of the AEW world title?
I know. Thoughts on the rumors of FTR leaving AEW for WWE? It's a lot of fake news.
How is that not on the list? That was interesting.
Yeah.
They had the whole Mox might go back to WWE. Let's end off this. Let's end on if Mox will go back and if FTR will go back. Let's end this stream on that.
Okay, fair enough. So there's rumblings of, in case I'm sure you all know that Mox's contract is about to be up with AEW, and people were wondering, is he gonna go back to WWE like Cody did, right? Yeah. Is he gonna go back to the?
Oh no! Stop
Jesus Christ, no.
Man, I wish we had the true heel heat ability to kick you out sometimes. Man.
Right.
Really? Oh my god,
dude! We just gotta take it over there. Now we gotta take it over here too.
Sorry, y'all. You guys see me at work. How you doing, Shop? Right, man. We help you.
Oh, dude, man.
I'm gonna clock out immediately.
No, if you were my coworker, you would have. I would be 2 seconds. I'd be like, dude, can you shut up? I would literally hate you. I would hate you as a coworker. You did the Macho Man voice the whole time. I'd be like,
attention, shopper. Yeah, we got a special sale going on today.
oh my God. Do not do that over the speaker.
2 for 4 red
You
back.
should do. See, if you did, you should do a TikTok of it. That will go viral. That will literally go viral. Because people will be like, "Oh, look at this guy, what he's doing on this job." They'll either make fun of you or they'll laugh at it. So you get both best of both worlds, to be honest.
Yeah. Imagine on my last day before I quit. Yeah, we got a special sale here.
No,
yeah.
just do it, Steve. What are you gonna do?
Do it in general. They can't fire you over that.
Yeah,
why would they
slap on the wrist
for that? What the fuck?
People need people. They need people to work for them.
Well, y'all, it's been real, y'all. All right, Shopper. It's been real.
All right.
Anyway, so the rumbling going around is that Mox's contract's about to be up in AEW, and there's talks of him going back to WWE. Remember Cody, left AEW and went back to WWE, and wondering if he, started the path, if you will, the trend. Now, in case you guys also aren't aware, Jon Moxley's also the GCW World Champion. He's also doing shows for New Japan, appearances for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he's loving what he's doing. He's loving what I know in his book. He talked about he would never go back. And I believe that. I'm a firm believer of him not going back to WWE. Now, listen, anything is possible. I'm not saying that, he's saying this now. The next thing we see vignettes or advertising of Dean Ambrose and shit. But I just don't see it happening, to be honest. And regarding FTR, there are talks of FTR, but I think they still have another year left on their deal with AEW. But you got to keep this in mind, too. They are currently the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. They are the AAA, Tag Team Champions in AAA as well, Mexico. I believe down the road, with this talk of AEW and New Japan, they'll be the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions when it's all said and done.
So they're both collectors.
And I think they're enjoying what they're doing right now. I think they are honestly enjoying what they're doing.
I don't see Moxley or FTR going back anytime soon.
Yeah. Romeo writes here, Moxley's def going back for a Shield reunion down the line. Too soon, not now, though. It's crazy to think next month is going to be the 3 years since AEW debuted on the first pay-per-view. That's crazy. Dax said FTR are focused on being AEW, and Mox said he's happy in AEW. And I believe that. I really do genuinely believe that they're all happy.
Oh, yeah. The WWE carrot is always there. The thing is, these guys know what it's like being in WWE. This is not like Cody Rhodes, who's been out for the system for a long time. These guys are very recent, and they have friends within the company. It's not like Moxley and FTR don't have friends. It just depends on where WWE's at when it comes down to what's it called, the situation, the status, and everything like that. Look. I truly believe that old man Vince, he's changing his ways. I feel like I don't know what happened, but Nick Khan probably told them like, hey, we got to do something different backstage, morale or something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something because they got the third parties back. Somehow Cody Rhodes gets like a bus and everything like that. And look, it's hard to say no if they give you good things that will make you happy, and especially because those guys know the system. They know the payout. They know how it works. And, like Moxley, he probably loves what he's doing now, but who knows, 2 years later, it's like, we thought Cody loved what he was doing now. Cody was literally going up a ladder getting, and don't say Cody didn't love what he was doing. Dude took a freaking RKO cutter from the top of a dang ladder against Sammy Guevara. So we're gonna sit here and be all like, oh man, like Cody Rhodes was hated his time, and he loved it there. It's like that's the thing fans need to understand. This is pro wrestling, dude. Anything can happen. And I always said this, and I said this in the code when we talked about Cody. Wrestlers are ambitious. FTR, there's a part of them that probably they sit to each other, they're drinking their beers or drinking water, whatever the hell they're doing. They look at each other and they say, man, fuck the Usos, bro. We're the best tag team. Dude, we're trying to prove to WWE we're better than whatever stupid ass tag teams you have on the roster. You think these guys are better than us? Man, fuck them. John Moxley, he's ambitious in probably different ways, but he's also ambitious. He probably is all like, you know what, man? I want to go back to WWE. And that's something that people need to realize. It could happen. Do I want it to happen? I don't really care if they go back or not. I still see them on AEW. It don't affect my viewing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't affect my viewing experience. Do I feel like FTR coming back, they will be bigger stars than when they left? Absolutely. I feel like they will get the Cody treatment. Moxley,
think about it. We hear the say yeah. People gonna lose their shit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that I feel like FTR, if they went back, they would probably benefit a little bit more. Especially because they went out there, bet on themselves. They're offering these boys $800K to $1 million. These guys said no to that to go to AEW, take a risk, and the start of their AEW run, WWE was kind of right about them. Y'all need 15-man matches to get over. Y'all need all this TV time to get over. We give you this TV time, you don't get over, and the beginning portions of their AEW run was very, very rocky. They had a lackluster Young Bucks feud, in my personal opinion.
We don't know if WWE is going to be sold the next 2 to 3 years. We don't know that
either. No, that's what I'm saying. Things are changing backstage, and that's why I feel like that's why people are thinking more and more about going back to WWE because of the fact. But like I said, it doesn't affect my viewing experience whether they go there or not. I'm just trying to prep fans and tell fans and help them understand this is a possibility. Let's not write it off. Let's not say, oh, no, they would never do that because we don't know, man. We all thought Cody would never go back, man. Hell, the Cody roller coaster, there was reports every week that he wasn't going back, and he was going back, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, that's why I'm telling people, don't be upset, though, with whatever decision they make. Just understand it's not your bread. Worry about your bread. Let them make their bread.
Facts, yo. Let them make their own money. Let them do what they want to do at the end of the fucking day. That's what I say right now as well. I think with this, we could put a bow on this, if you will, unless you guys want to, talk about the Salcedo tweet. Kind of, gave us a kind of a topic to talk about on the show.
Well, you decided to talk about Raw, so we lost that. Yeah, you decided to talk about Raw and SmackDown, so no.
Yeah, so maybe next week, guy. Maybe next week we'll talk.
No, it'll be old news by that point, so no.
So maybe I would say it now. Nothing but love, but like we say in Peru, ya fue. It's over. It's over, guys. Don't forget, AEW has an inflated roster. There's the thing about it too. We don't know who else is leaving. You gotta remember, Jack Evans left AEW.
Huge news.
But not really huge news. Like he left we posted a tweet. Like, I'm leaving, and so I'm pretty sure down the road we'll see more people leaving AEW.
Keep in mind, it's just like WWE. AEW, it's going to happen eventually where, hey, I would rather be paying Daniel Garcia this X amount of money than I'm paying for this wrestler X amount of money. Like that's going to happen with AEW too. And if you guys don't think it's not going to happen, you guys forget the two other sports Tony Khan runs. It's called the NFL and it's called soccer. All right. Football overseas. Like there's going to be some cuts.
It's football.
No, it's football.
No, but in the UK it's football.
Football.
Mm-hmm. Football.
Yeah, football.
Telemundo.
We're gonna go pitch. We're gonna go on the pitch and play some football. But no, but that's what I'm trying to tell people is like, look, I don't want anyone to get released. I don't like it. But I understand, like, people need to understand this is not like it's what's it called? This is not a WWE or AEW thing. This is just a money cost preference thing. This is saving assets here. WWE let go of Keith Lee because they were paying Keith Lee way too much money when they can pay Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, and all these other boys the same amount of money. Why are you on Big Mike?
Oh,
I thought he was doing the old Keith Lee pose, like, you know.
Nobody care about that jobber.
What is Keith Lee doing though? He's just
exactly not a dang thing.
Well, he's in a tag team now with Isaiah Swerve
Dark.
Nobody cares about that. Somebody they called them the broke Keenan and Kill on Twitter.
And the Hardys getting relegated to Dark.
When I saw that, I could not believe Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were on Dark. And I saw people defending this when you all the same people that got pit. That, like, literally, you people are so mad. Like, it annoys me how much sometimes you all go to the defense. They're on Dark and Dark Elevation. Dark and Dark Elevation, boys. And these people are defending it, saying, oh, well, Dark and Dark Elevation are part of the show, too. Dude, y'all can't name me a bunch of Dark and Dark Elevation matches off the top of your head. Only like a couple people who actually watch it every single freaking week do. But the thing is this. You all defend this, but yet when Mustafa Ali is on main event, you all act like his career is over. Yeah, Ricochet was on main event. Oh, I can't believe Ricochet's on main event. Dark is literally like main event, bro. Look at the numbers. Dark pull, like, oh my god, why are you putting Jeff Hardy on Dark? You want people to watch? Put him on Rampage. At least there, that's on TV. Like, why is he on your YouTube show? That makes Dark Elevation.
Suzuki gonna be on Elevation tomorrow night,
but he's not signed with them. I mean,
against QT Marshall.
More sense. Against who?
QT Marshall. Wow, that's definitely a dark match.
Oh god, dang, dude.
Might be an epic match right there.
I thought Dark Elevation was for the young talent. What is this? Suzuki and QT Marshall? I know it's Ian Kufner. I have the.
And we were gonna put a bow on this show, but
no. But TK paying a lot of mid cards main event money, like the Jags did with the ex Cardinals fourth best receiver.
Oh
yeah, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You're gonna make some cuts, and some of those cuts you may not like. Some of them you may not like, but it's going to happen eventually. It's going to be one of those things. Like, dude, I won't be surprised if we get a random. And I'm not saying that this will happen. I hope it doesn't happen.
Wait a minute, Mike Walter, Chase, aren't you guys part of the AEW crates?
Yeah, we got the best of Dark.
Best of Dark.
Yeah, but not Dark Elevation though.
No, it's just a best of Dark. I was like, man, what the heck is this? I laughed. My openings on my channel. It's like on one of my streams that I did recently. My recent Q&A, I think what. There was Romeo was in there too. He was laughing his ass off too, man. Like everyone was laughing. Gary was in there too. We were laughing when we got the QT Marshall autograph.
I'm like, what is this job?
That was a bonus, dude. That was a bonus to have.
We had a who was a 10 and QT.
I want to throw it away. I want to throw it away.
You know what's funny? During the New Japan show from like a week ago in Chicago, right? The Windy City where it was Moxley and Ospreay, right? The opening match, it was the Factory, a QT Marshall, the guy that Bailey dumped,
Aaron Solo,
and some other jabroni, right? Some other, I think it wasn't a go, but whatever. Jabroni. Versus the New Japan Young Lions, I guess was there, right? And they got a win over the New Japan. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, obviously,
that's what they've been doing on NJPW Strong. They're just been beating up the Young Lions, the Factory kids.
Yeah, so
but yeah, you want to
all right.
No, Steve, let me finish what I was gonna say because you kept interrupting me, being rude.
Sorry.
But yeah, there's gonna be some releases. Don't be surprised if there's some random report that the Young Bucks begged Tony Khan not to get rid of Landon Cutler. They're like, no, don't get rid of Brandon Cutler. Cut someone up. Don't be surprised if there's like a backstage heat on the Young Bucks because they made sure Brandon Cutler didn't lose his job.
Really? Yeah. Jake Evans said that TK still paid the wrestlers that are leaving AEW.
Yeah, that's good.
No,
I'm not saying he's not going to pay. No, yeah, when your contract expires, you're going to get paid. Like if my contract for my work was going to expire and they don't want to renew it, I'm still going to get paid my money. But yeah, even if they let someone go, that's the point of a severance package. Like, you're supposed to get paid.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's about that time we put a bow on this now. No cap it. This was a fun episode, guys. This was fun. You guys have been awesome. All of you guys this week that tuned in. In case you guys aren't aware, this Saturday I will be in New York. I will be in New York City for Amanda Serrano. Big fight.
You don't sound excited.
Versus Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
Versus Katie Taylor.
He's so excited for this
sound
fight,
excited.
guys. He has to get high beforehand. He has to make sure the devil's lettuce is in him so he can watch some women fights. Oh, man.
Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor.
Dude, I hope Jake Paul sees you and knocks you out, bro. I hope Jake
Yo,
Paul.
bro, I'm telling you.
I hope you just go up to Jake Paul. Your dumbass goes like, "Hey, I'm excited for some women's fight," and then he just socks you, bro.
You fucking idiot, bro. You fucking fat piece of shit.
He wouldn't even say that. He'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, I don't know. He doesn't
Also,
have like coherent.
also on the same day on free TV, it's Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Let's go, Shakur Stevenson.
ESPN.
Jersey stand up, if you will. I'm
Ain't
sure
no watch
that guy's been hyped up, man.
who Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah,
He's affiliated with Bud Crawford.
yeah, I guess so.
Bud Crawford affiliation, huh? Anyway, so I'll be in New York this Saturday with Silver Surfer.
Do you think he's gonna duck like Bud Crawford does? Like, because Bud Crawford, that's all he does is
I was
duck.
gonna ask that same thing.
Probably so, man.
Duck
Probably.
Crawford, quack Crawford.
Yeah. I know Jake Paul is in the news all trying to fight Michael Bisping, which
Look at there, baby boy. I only got one eye. He just pulls out his one eye.
Yeah.
That's a clip you need to get, Steven. It's like Michael Bisping
one
just showing off his one eye. Yeah.
Say no more. Hell, say no more.
Look at this, baby boy.
Look at this, baby boy. Look at this, baby boy.
He just does it for no reason.
Oh God.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt big time.
So yeah, I'll do a vlog. I know Silver Surfer. You doing a vlog? We doing a vlog? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll do a vlog.
No.
Oh no, not a Steven vlog.
Yeah, in a minute, yo.
He's
Steven
gonna
vlog.
He's gonna
Watch
be
it.
under
We're gonna be
influence.
We're gonna be at the mall. Then we'll go get a freaking bacon pizza, right? We're gonna go to Walmart
That's it. Walter. Walter. You know what he's talking about, dog. You know what he's talking about when he says Walmart and the pizza and stuff. Like you know what
Oh
it is.
hell no!
Yeah, man.
We're gonna go to the same.
Oh man,
Come on, man.
That's old.
Why'd you say that?
Thank you guys so much for coming in. For Walter, Big Mike, I'm Chase Oliver, Heel Steven. Hit the end button. You guys can find us here on YouTube. Hit the end button now.
Okay.
You menace. Hit the end button.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's way past your no, you need your milk. You need your milk and your water and take a warm shower and go to sleep.
All right. I want to thank you all tonight for tuning in. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Okay. You guys have been awesome as always. You can check me on social media, all at Heel Steven. Walter, let them know we're gonna check you out, brother.
Yep. Check me out on Twitter at HamWalter.
Jace, let them know. Where can they check you out? Are you doing this weekend? Another chilling with Chase?
Probably, yeah. Most likely a couple Q&As. My friend Nate and I were working on the days. We're gonna talk some boxing, April was boxing April, so the Serrano fight we'll discuss. We'll discuss Tyson Fury, what's next with him, who will win between Errol Spence and Duck Crawford, who would win that fight, and a couple other things too. Ryan Garcia, what's his future after a terrible last performance and stuff. So there's a lot to talk about in the world of boxing, and Nate's way more knowledgeable than me, so that's why I bring him on. Also, UFC is going to come up too. So yeah, and then some professional wrestling. I'm trying to get some videos going, but it's so much boring. It's so boring doing a video. I'd rather just do a live stream, to be honest.
That's the new wave, That's the new wave. And of course, the pride of Detroit. The one, the only. You know what? I had you on. I thought you were gonna do the whole Keith Lee post, but it's over. Those days are over. Damn.
Debut and that's it.
Debut and that's it. Yeah. Just Halloween though. During Halloween time though.
Yeah.
Bust out the singlet. Bust out the pink and blue singlet, and but let them know, Big Mike. Where can they check out the Pride of Detroit on social media?
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at Detroit Gamer 313.
Detroit Gamer 313. And we want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. For me, for Walter, for Big Mike, for Jason, for all you guys out there. Want to thank you all as we all saw how Yugi Khan has summoned or activated the.
We barely
spell
did
card.
that joke.
I know, but still. Going forward, though, Yugi Khan, okay? I'm going to keep the original photo of this going forward, okay? Until we get to the show. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I know somewhere out there, my man Cody's watching. Good job, Tony. Good job. Good job, if you will. Thanks, Cody. It could have been you, man. It could have been you. And we are out of here, y'all. Peace out, everyone. Play the music, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
The point.